troubled minds. Let us go down in laughter, baby, trying to figure out what we're after.
We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. You are mine. Come on and run away. We wanna run away.
We don't need any reasons, baby. Leave it all for the faded hearts. I don't mind if they call us crazy, 'cause they don't understand what we're after.
We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Peach yellow skies we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. We're no kids no more. I need to feel alive in this dreadful town. I'm running out of time, and as long as you're mine, I wanna run away. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after.
No, I can't remember the last time that I really felt fine. Now I'm trying to rewind, 'cause lately I've been feeling kinda hazy, like I'm stuck in a daydream, and you're not here to save me. Down and out, I hit the floor. All is fair in love and war, but I can't do this anymore, no, no. Don't take me to a place I know, somewhere I can feel my soul. Lately I'm skin and bone, so hollow. I've never felt so alone. I need you more than you know, 'cause baby, you feel like home. Reminiscing the late nights, we'd fall in love in the moonlight, then wake up at sunrise. Now I'm just thinking that we should go back to when we were, hold each other to feel good. Down and out, I hit the floor. All is fair in love and war, but I can't do this anymore, no, no. Don't take me to a place I know, somewhere where I can feel my soul. Lately I'm skin and bone, so hollow. I've never felt so alone. I need you more than you know, 'cause baby, you feel like home. Take me to a place I know, somewhere I can feel my soul. Lately I'm skin and bone, so hollow. I've never felt so alone. I need you more than you know, 'cause baby you feel like home.
I was born like a fire in the eye of a hurricane. Always told, stay in line, be alright, better play it safe. I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I've passed the point of no return, something is calling me, it's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again. Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Fly so high they can't touch us. So top notch, none above us. We done came so far, now we up now. Had a vision, stuck to it, never back down. Never had much, now we own the whole thing. Spread it all around the world, watch it all change. Came alive, now they all see the greatness. Light shine so hard they can't take it.
Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Come alive.
I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I've passed the point of no return, something is calling me, it's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again. Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Come alive. Come alive. Come alive. Come alive, come alive, come alive in the nighttime. Come alive, come alive, come alive in the nighttime. Come alive, come alive, come alive in the nighttime.
Come alive.
Seems like I can't get away from the hot sun. Always night and never day. Even when I wash the floor, the dust still comes. Keep on hunting for the bread. No matter how lost, need no light, no spark. I'm in line mode. With my eyes closed, I can see in the dark. I'm a quiet storm. Far from calm, I know you feel me, brother.
Always night, it's never day. Even when I watch the floor, the dust will come. Keep on hunting for the prey. No matter how lost, need no light, no spark. I'm in line mode. With my eyes closed, I can see in the dark. I'm a quiet storm, far from calm. I know you feel me, brother.
Chasing love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past. The midnight hour seems to come and go, but I know. Walk on up with a drink in hand, sipping mixes cause you can. And all the lights begin to switch off. You're chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, holding on for holding on for life, feeding the high, chasing the night, chasing the night. Hotel rooms and city squares, champagne bottles, drum and snare. The sights and cities seem to fall away when you stay. Locked in love for a night or two, losing sleep just to get off you. Day to day you wanna stay out, you're chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, holding on for feeling the high, chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, chasing the night.
I was running road so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing red. such a ghostly revelation. I may have fucked up all my chances. And we ain't sleeping on the floor again. We never sleeping on the floor again. For the ones who didn't make it out, for the ones that didn't see the light, for the ones that never cared, never gave a thought, found no happiness in that brand new car or the house you bought. I see you talking about the love you lost, and it was gone like way before you ever thought it was. Yeah, I took my time, no quick ones, quick run, quick gas to get back there. Hot roads, I didn't think I'd come back fierce, cause I was running roads so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing red. Is it such a ghostly revelation? I may have fucked up all my chances. It's easy, it's hard to preach, cause I've been burning trees and watching fall. If we cannot breathe out, we go forward. Sure, I was searching for cure, fishing a little wildlife. And when I'm low on fuel, I'll still be running till my back broke. Halfway, lost hope and I checked it. Hard roads, I didn't think I'd come back fast, cause I was running roads so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing red. Ghostly revelation. I may have fucked up all my chances. Been around the globe, looked around, nothing fitted. Seen high and lows, but you won't even get it. Been around the globe, think it's time to admit it's not the end, but the road, and you won't even get it. Been around the globe, looked around, nothing fitted. Seen high and lows, but you won't.
No pulse and all alone. Time's not kind and it won't let go. No thoughts left in my head. My mind's not mine and it won't forget. But you bring me back from my darkness black as the soul in me and the heart I have for you. It bleeds for you, it beats again. Oh, you bring
she bring me back? Not a heart attack could take away all the love I had for you. It bleeds for you, it beats again. Oh, you bring me to life. 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 Oh, you bring me to You bring me to life.
Ready, let's go. Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. Cause you know, like I know, we'll take it round and round.
You know Mark, South Star, South Star. Pipes that never let you double cross them. Moving through the city like it's Gotham. They told me get one, so I got one. Stop saying you're a boss when you not one. You ain't sacrificed, nah, you ain't lost none. All over the gram like you got a bag. You ain't big dog, we ain't hearing none of that. I'm in the gym looking like a running back. How you know the flow, got 'em coming back. Who I was in the past, I'm unattached. Only focus in this moment is bringing the summer back. Oh, respect my grind, elevate souls and I spread good vibes. Young divine, you know I gotta shine. Raise your hands for a good time. Aight.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you want it, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
Bringing summer
1,
to
drop.
you.
Ready, let's go. Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. Cause you know, like I know, we'll take it round and round.
Yo, hold up, let me switch my flow up. Back in high school, they were telling me I'll blow up. Doing talent shows and man, everyone would show up. Got in an accident and still made it for them to go nuts. You know what? I'm so what? I'm so That means I can't describe the way I vibe, the way I slide in with the rhymes that make the dimes all close their eyes and fantasize. Young divine calling their phone number. Yeah. No, you know I love it. And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing beats on stages for their ones gracefully. And I got a smile that they hate to see. Young black successful, though life gets stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you want it, so I got it for
Got
you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
Bringing summer
1,
to
drop.
you.
Ready, let's go. Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. Cause you know, like I know, we'll take it round and round again.
ESL 1 Road to Rio is brought to you in part by Intel, Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, and GG Bet.
These are those moments I don't think anybody else is going to forget.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to ESL 1 Road to Rio. It's time to get the CIS Counter-Strike underway yet again. I'm joined by Blair, my name's Dinko, and we've got ourselves ESPADA versus Pro100. Now, these two teams, pretty evenly matched when it comes to statistics and across the board and all the odds from all of our betting partners. So, it's starting to look like a good matchup. We've had very one-sided affairs in the CIS matchups here on the C-Stream for the past few days, but I think we've got a game on our hands here, Blair.
Oh, we definitely do. Definitely do. If you look at Group B, the obvious big dogs would be, well, basically Na'Vi and Virtus.pro, who are right now tied for first place. They are on 6 points apiece, along with a 21 round difference, exactly tied. Third and fourth are Prosto, who is going to be playing today against the fourth place team. This is ESPADA, so it's definitely going to be an interesting matchup. Both the teams have played 3 games. We do have 2 wins for Prosto, 1 win for ESPADA, and of course this matchup is going to really decide who is going to kind of take the lead early on in the placements, because as the days progress, it's going to be fewer games remaining for both the teams. And it's going to be trained, though, the pick from Prosto. By the looks of it, they are really fancying this B bomb side, where we have a retake setup being set up by ESPADA.
Well, Prosto going to be throwing the utility on in towards the B bomb site straight away. Waylander pushing forward, trying to be the front man in the attack, but already taking the site here, Prosto. Like you said, retake attempt coming in from ESPADA, just holding the range. They've got all 5 players still alive. Kit available alongside a smoke on the back of Salt Fake. But the push coming through from Prosto. They want the kills, but Dex is going to take away one. Waylander coming back in for the trade, but Finning is just patient, waiting for him. Takes him down as well. And now with the man advantage, ESPADA look to swarm the site. Still that smoke available. Dimasik is going to peek into the open, catches out Dima, and pats him with 1 kill as well.
The double nades here, Dinko. This could be it. They're just going to dunk it straight on this Salt Fake, and he gets taken down. Brilliant stuff from Prosto. And now the 2v2, the flank comes in.
Kit.
It's still sticking it. Knife's going to come out. He's slashing it through the smoke. And Nickelback, what a name and what a play. 2 kills for him to clutch it out for Prosto. I love that. I love the double nade setup.
That's absolutely huge coming in from them. Prosto coming in, you know, it's starting to look pretty rough for them. They don't get those initial fights. ESPADA hold the advantage coming into the retake, but that double nade saving the day here for Prosto. And even then, it nearly wasn't enough. The knife kill having to come through the smoke at the end. Prosto, they will get the win. The pistol goes their way. Now they have an AK in play on 2 players, Dimasik and Nickelback. I love how yesterday we were talking about how many Dimas we've got, or the day before, I can't remember. They're all blending into one. But basically, we have all the Dimas playing against each other now. Yeah,
Both Dimitris, as it is going to be another play, fast play towards B. Finnegan. He's going to be cut out here. A jumping spray by Waylander, and the smoke's going to keep the remaining 3 CDs at bay. I'd call for the safe here. You have the Deagle, you have the 2 scouts. It's going to be very hard to retake. I say 2 scouts, and now we're just left with 1. And Dima with a beautiful headshot just decapitates Waylander. They've done a bit of damage, Dinko, but yeah, this is the round you want to save. You have the scout, you have the 2 Deagles with armor purchased. You want to just keep this into round number 3, because you're going to have anything. Finnegan and Dexter will have to go for the full eco, and that's going to be round number 2 for Prosto. Very, very convincing start coming out from the team on their map pick, mind you. Map number 2, if required, is map number 2 is going to be played out. That is, of course, Dust 2, the pick from ESPADA, and if required, it is going to come down to Mirage. Very scrappy maps to kind of end the series if it does come down to map number 3.
Yeah, Train's a good initial test. Dima, unfortunately, going down. It's going to be Patsy to save his Deagle on over. The last time we've seen on paper a competitive matchup for ESPADA was against Heart Legion, and well, it just wasn't. You know, ESPADA absolutely dominated them on both maps. It was completely unmatched. Heart Legion just didn't show anything. So ESPADA had a bit of an easy time in that best of 3 last time they were here on the C-Stream, but now they're playing against Prosto, who from the initial eye test are going to be bringing a little bit more of a fight to the table, and hopefully we've got a good game. I do think Prosto are a little bit of a different beast. I think they've been playing well. They've got a great individual skill and also heaps of experience. Like, these guys have played the CS region for probably longer than I've even known about CS.
Yeah, Waylander and Willet especially, they have been playing in majors for quite a while, mind you. As Patsy gets a double kill. Okay, alright, that should not be happening, Prosto. I'm not sure what's happening here. They're getting eco'd. And that's with the one Deagle save, Dinko. They do, however, manage to kind of bring it back, but Dimasik on 18 HP and Yekender on 98. Well, he's fine. But this is looking a little dicey here for the Prosto side. We'll just bring up some stats real quickly after this round is done. But right now, looking very, very scary indeed. They want to win this round. This is a round they should be winning with their eyes closed. And there's a flank coming in. Yekender should be very careful. It's going to be the Mac-10 and actually Dima getting the kill. It's all in Dima sick. The name's a little confusing, Dinko, but the round is even more confusing. ESPADA win a round they had no business winning. There was a one deagle saved in the hands of Patsy, and he makes it work. And that's going to be a great, great start for ESPADA, despite, you know, being down 2-1, winning that round means that they're going to have a big advantage going to this bye. Now they have 2 AK-47s picked up, and for Prosto, money not going to be looking that good, considering they won the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, ESPADA doing a little bit of chip damage here and there, finding a couple of kills across the board, and that's a scary sign for Prosto. But AWP picked up for World Edit. He's going to be picking on towards the train yard. Dexter, they try and take it down, trying to get aggressive. We know that guy can be incredible on the AWP, and we're here on train. You know, this is probably one of the most AWP-centric maps within the pool, so this could be very, very exciting once we see that battle between World Edit and Dexter.
Oh, absolutely. I think Dexter's really, really impressed me, but then World Edit is... I feel like he's one of those stars who could have been, you know? He's one of those Russian operas who came out in the beginning of CSGO. Well, not really the very beginning, but early in the life of CIS CSGO, where I felt like he could have been the star, but for whatever reason, he never really seemed to level it up, you know, he never seemed to like get to the next level which everyone expected him to do. But right now the way Prosto are playing, he's looking pretty promising here. Finnegan just climbing up the ladder, spots out of Yekender. I'm just going to give a very quick recap, Dink, of the games that these two teams have played so far on the road to Rio for the CIS region. Prosto have beaten Virtus Pro and Hard Legion very convincingly, but then they lost in Navi 2-0. And a pretty similar tale for ESPADA. They've beaten Hard Legion, but they lost in Navi and had a very close loss to Simon Gaming 2-1 as we have the inner push coming in, Dinko. The Deagle hands away Lander. It's coming. Nickelback is going to strike. Finds one, and all of a sudden, this is kind of falling apart from the CT's ESPADA after a great win on that pretty much an equal round, and this might just fall apart here. Dexter, double kick should be coming in. He finds one. The trade doesn't come in. Dexter finds 2. Nickelback has traded that immediately as Patsy strikes, and Patsy and Dexter 2v4. They make it look so easy. How did that fall apart for Prosto?
Well, Patsy and Dexter just coming in and toppling it over, unfortunately. Prosto could not get anything done. Patsy with a double kill. Really solid stuff. He's actually got off to a brilliant start here. We've actually seen Patsy, you know, he's doing a little bit of the, lack of a better word, bit trolls in the team. But now he's actually been sort of displaying great amount of skill. I think definitely if you get him involved more across the map, this guy has a great skill set. I think sometimes wasting some of the positions he's been playing.
I do agree, like the last game we casted of theirs, they were looking so very good. I do believe it was against Hard Legion, like you mentioned. And Patsy especially had so many moments, and I remember saying, like, he is no Patsy at all. Definitely someone to contend with. But for Prosto, for now, though, they will have to go for the eco. Bear in mind, this is their map pick. Stu 2 is still very early days. They're still going to be feeling very happy with the way it's played out. Although, losing the round number 3 would have been something that would definitely sting quite a bit. This should be an easy round, though. Train with pistols and in no utility, it's usually very hard. It's very, very hard. You need to kind of like have the smokes and flashbangs and kind of get a little closer and then maybe try and take advantage of your pistols and go for the Deagle spam shots, the Tech 9, the P250s, just try and overrun the bomb site. But just with Deagles trying to go for these long-range duels, you have to be some freakish aim star like a Simple or a Zaiwu to make it work. Nickelback and Yekender, they kind of almost make it work, but a perfect name from Sotfik and a Molotov, leaving Yekender in a very, very unenviable spot with 5 HP. Oh. Alrighty then. 3 nade kills in a round. You'd love to see it.
Patsy 8-2 right now, 107 ADR. Really looking good. 3-2 ESPADA into the lead. Good start from them, really. You know, considering they got off to a pretty poor start overall. Finding those rounds now, they'll be feeling very comfortable. Prosto, we'll see what they can purchase up. It's going to be the AKs across the board, all 5 players. Utility available to them. It's going to be a competitive round across the board. They don't have the AWP in the hands of World Edit, but they do have the AKs. That should be enough to at least get something done here.
Yeah, I think the AKs are...
Oh, especially if you do that to the other AWP. This is one tap straight away. Yekender moving through and towards the lower bomb site. Gonna be Finnegan trying to take down Waylander. He does that well. Sotfik with a kill as well. World Edit trying to swing into the open, but he had the bomb in his back. And now he's dead as well. It's Nickelback and Demasek looking for a way in, but Dima catches Demasek at the bottom of the ramp. That's all onto Nickelback. Not to be confused with Nickelblack. There's
or Nickelback the band.
Yeah, I know a player called Nickel Black
Nickel
as
Black.
well.
Where is he from?
I have no idea. I cannot remember. I'll try and find him.
Alright, Nickel Black, well, he never made it as a wise man. Couldn't really cut it as a poor man stealing either, but hopefully he can make it on train here in a 1v3. Doesn't really work out either. So Dima picking up the kill. Pretty solid hold considering it was a full buy from Prosto, and that's going to be a spot to get around number 4. Pretty, really nice holds coming out, especially from Finnegan. I love his repositioning from the spools. He got the first kill and immediately repositioned himself towards a bomb train, and the money's starting to build up as well, Dinko. And this is not a good sign if you're from Prosto. I love how everyone used to call them Pro100, and then eventually everyone realized it's called Prosto.
Yeah, I mean, Twitch chat made that happen. I mean, realistically,
Yeah.
we'd still all be
imagine if it's a
Pro100.
big meme. Imagine if it's just a big meme on Twitch chat. It's actually Pro100, but they just memed it in such a way that every talent now believes, English talent believes that it's actually Prosto. That would be amazing.
It rolls off the tongue better, Prosto, so I think I'm just going to go and say that anyway. Easier to say. Oh, nice shot. Coming in from Dagster. He's going to do damage onto his Demon Stick. 25 HP left on him. Patsy got himself an easy kill. That's a double for him in the round. Not double figures added to the tally. And while the round is over, job done. Easy cleanup yet again from ESPADA. Move into this next round. Prosto will get the money back in. Open the hands of World at it. Utility back. Flowing through the Prosto side. But ESPADA, this is really good sign early on. 2 players already in double figures in terms of kills. It's Patsy and Dima doing the heavy lifting. The rest of the team doing their job, setting them up. And, well, Prosto, in these last few rounds, haven't really looked like they're in it. But T-side train, it's all about getting as many rounds as you possibly can.
Yeah, it's just about giving you the breathing space when you get into the second half, right? It is by far, in my opinion, I think in most people's opinion, the most CD-sided map in competitive Counter-Strike right now. Of course, even when the Krieg was in the ridiculous state that it was a while back, even then it was still pretty CD-sided. Okay, a little bit of... that looked like a little bit of TK there. A little unfortunate. But then Nickelback finishes off Sotfix, spots his legs out at the edge of the smoke. That's an early kill going the way of Prosto. It's going to make them very, very happy indeed. But Patsy waiting right beneath Pop Dog. Waylander very much aware of this. The rest of the T just setting up towards T mid. It's setting up for the smoke, the wall of smokes, and all 4 CTs just gambling on how to take Dinko. This is very surprising considering how early in the half they are. And now Prosto slowly inching back towards Brown Halls. We do have Finnegan making his way towards inner as well. But for the time being, is all by his lonesome. I love that Molotov. I love that Molotov. It just delays him for a few extra seconds. And he's announcing his presence, and they notice someone there. So it's fine for him to, like, show off the fact that he's over there. And then Molotov just delays him for that few extra seconds. But unfortunately, ESPADA, they don't take advantage of that delay. No one's pushing in towards the B bomb site apart from Finnegan playing from connector.
Well, Pro's still ready to run in towards the other ball site. It's going to be Finnegan just holding on. It's going to toss himself a Molotov, and now Nickelback making his way through the fire and flames to get himself on towards the site. Now Finnegan towards the back lines, looking for a headshot as the bomb will get planted. Waylander at the other end of the oil train. Nickelback stands in the middle of the site.
That's a combo I want to see. Dragon Force and Nickelback.
Yeah, that would be some concert. Well, Patsy's going to make his way from the connector world and taking him down. Dagster gone. They're not really finding an opening here. I think they've just called for the save. The B-bomb site can sometimes be that cruel site. When you don't really get a kill early, when Prosto just sink themselves deep in towards the site for their post-plant positions, it's hard to get rid of them. It's hard to get back in. And while they're losing every single player here, ESPADA, it's only Patsy standing alive. They haven't really got too many money issues, so that is a positive moving into the next one. 10k on Patsy. The rest is around an average of $78,000. So this is looking pretty good for ESPADA in terms of their buy. But Prosto finally back to winning ways, and that was a convincing round win.
That's a convincing round win, and I feel like that gamble was unnecessary from ESPADA. I get it, but usually don't want you go for these sort of gamble stacks when you're in a desperate situation, right? It's still it's a 4v5. Yeah, you had a man disadvantage, but it's trained. It's a map where there's so many avenues for the CTs to like shut it down. There's so many of these little choke points that T's need to walk on through. And the way Finnegan is playing all the way towards connector, that's especially with the AK-47. It's basically him just giving up the side and going for the retakes. And then you have the 2 ops right there. If you're going to play a retake setup in the inner bomb site and you have 2 AWPs, you're already setting yourself up for failure. And that's something which I wasn't a really big fan of. And even when they went for the call for the save, it wasn't good enough. They just saved the one gun. Luckily for them, like you mentioned, like you pointed out, they have the money. But money's not that great. Patsy's flush with cash. The rest of them, not so much. So, ESPADA with some little suspect decision making. But this one I like. The aggression towards mid. Patsy and Thoughtfic. Back to back. And now for ESPADA, they have a couple of players. 2 players now playing towards inner. And it's going to be Finnegan and his teammate. And this is an interesting setup. I kind of like this. They have left Popdog open, but they have Thoughtfic's eyes from teammate looking towards Popdog. There you have it. He has a line of sight. So this is a nice setup. This could potentially just catch Prosto off guard.
Waylander. Spooked a little bit, perhaps. Dexter going to be holding on. Nickelback is going to fall a second as well. That's what we want to see from Dexter. That's what we're talking about. He's got this potential to just be so quick and immediately takes down 2 players. Well done, it tried to fill the hole and tried to take him down. Finnegan is going to hit the deck, so at least that's 1 kill. Oh my god, Patsy! Going for the random spam, and he catches Yakindar through the smoke. Dexter getting another frag over towards Ivy. And well, this is just a huge shutdown from Espada. Prosto needed to find consistent success, but when they move into this round, they've just been toyed with.
Yeah, that's the setup, right? It's such a cool setup the way they have it. Dexter playing way the back of 1.6, back of Ivy. He's got a crosshair trade. Firstly, him not getting traded there by Waylander was, sorry, by Woledit was massive, right? But then he held his line. He got 3 kills towards Ivy. We're not going to take it on at all. That setup towards teammate, I don't think we're going to be seeing that for the next few rounds, but that was just, I mean, Prosto were not expecting that at all. In fact, they didn't even send anyone up from Popdog, yet they got completely destroyed. That was a very cool setup, and I expect to see a very similar setup later on in this half. We still have 6 more rounds remaining to be played. I'm actually enjoying this Espada CD side, apart from that one round where, you know, it was a 4v5, they completely left the B bomb side. Apart from that, this has looked very solid.
I think Espada have been one of the most impressive teams, you know, that we don't know enough about, right? You know, the CIS teams are expecting to do well, but Espada are kind of a dark horse in that respect. They've showed up and played some proper good CS. And when they played against Hard Legion, I was thinking, okay, that's going to be a close game, but Espada just outclassed them. Kinder's going to catch Saltfic. At least that's a good trade coming in for the T side. Back into a 4v4. Minute and 20 seconds left in play. Espada got Dima here in the back lines towards all bomb. Now they're making a little bit of play through in towards the A-bomb side. A lot of control here for Prosto at the moment. But Dima's going to find a headshot. That's Dima's sick falling. And now Yukinza on top of the bomb site is looking for his time to strike. But the kills keep coming through from the CT side. And he misses his opportunity. He won't fall. Patsy is just a one-man army at the moment. And it's all on World Edit. And Dexter takes him down as well. 7-3.
That's such a good hold. Again, Patsy 2K over there. Oh, I just love the way Espada just like kind of phasing their CT side. Just to like define that, it's like, you know, the moment they spot the players out, they lost the first player with I think it was Yekinder just running out from Popdog with a flashbang, getting the opening kill, and then the way they use the smokes, they fall back, they play together, stick together as a unit, hold the angles, and even though they lost all map control on the outer bomb side, they still won their duels because the trading was so on point. I mean, they didn't even have to trade; just the crossfire was so very good. And even if they got taken down, I'm 100% sure the trades would have taken place. Very, very solid setup from Espada. As we do have round 11 being played out, Yekinder will be spotted out. Softic gets to kill, and is going to make his escape. Just very smart rotations. I just love the way they're playing here. I know I'm not still a very massive fan, Dinko, of the kind of like the mini gamble rotations they go with, but it's working more than it's not. One round it didn't work. Apart from that, it's been working wonderfully. Look at this now. 3 players towards inner, and Dexter gets the player who was lurking towards upper ramp, and now Prosto just left scratching their heads. They're wondering, now what do we do?
Dimasik trying to take an aim duel. Does do a little bit of damage, but he's going to be held back in Ivy. Finally, Dima walking towards his crosshair. Dima has been winning those battles against Dimasik quite often, actually. You find them on the same part of the map quite a bit. Same with Dexter winning the battle against the World Edit a lot. It's not really been going too well here for the T side in terms of duels, but in this round, Dimasik wins that battle. Dexter in the backline still recovers well. Patsy with another kill. It's all on Dimasik. Well, he's spotted, tagged, and body blind. It's Solfic that takes that. 8-3 on the board. Espada now are just 1 away. You know, they're already 1 round in the lead confirmed in the second half, but at this point, 1 away from making a convincing half. 9-6. If they break the money again here, they're going to be going on a huge streak. And you know, Prosto do have enough money to buy here, but do they even want to go for that? Waylander's already made his investment, but the rest yet to buy at the moment.
Yeah, that's they can't still eke out a buy, but it's just going to be very, very dicey. Yekender can buy for himself Nickelback, Wall-Lidded, and Demasic, though. They need to decide. If they go for a buy, it's going to be Galils and Armor, maybe one AK, and then they need to like try and like go for the decide if they want to go for utility. I think they're just going to go for the hero AK. I think this was Waylander just kind of buying a little too early. That's unfortunate. Money already not looking good. This is so rough for Prosto. Round number, I think 5. Round number 8 is the third round that Prosto won, where they hit it in a bomb site, right? After that, they had a golden opportunity to break ESPADA's economy. But now look at the money for ESPADA. Look at the cash they have in their hands. An average of $8,000 on 4 players, and Dima on 4,200. That's a lot of money to work with. So they won't have to be. They're not in any danger of being economically reset anytime soon. The second time they're going for the setup, but this time it's going to be Dexter. Is going to land the headshot, decapitates Waylander, and again ESPADA in the opening pick. Again, repositioning themselves. This is, honestly, I mean, Dinko, like, this is such an impressive CD side, I have to say. And surprisingly, it's a pick from Prosto. ESPADA are looking so prepared and trained right now.
That's one of the most impressive things about this team is their map pool seems super deep.
Yes.
And that's a problem we've seen with so many CIS teams. They're good at one map, and that's it, really. But this team have a deep map pool, and it's super impressive to see. They're going to be climbing the HLTV rankings, I'm sure. Currently 54th, but I'm sure they'll rise a little bit higher than that. This team are really, really impressive. A lot of good pieces to work with here. Bomb has been planted for Prosto. They hit the inner bomb site. They've got a lot of control here inside of the site. Issue is they still have the man deficit, so they still have some work to do.
Some work to do, and Yekender is a man who has a lot of work to do. In the smoke, very lucky. The nade, a little too deep to do much damage here, and he somehow hasn't taken much damage, but in the distraction, he's gonna pop it out. Yekender finds his double, and then they all fall. Attempted something left alone. Double peek coming in. They're gonna continue to face him. That's gonna be the round going to be Prosto. Somehow, despite losing the man initially, they managed to steal this round away. I don't think Sophics gonna be able to save his AK-47. He's gonna try and go for make a run for it, but the hunt is definitely on. And does survive, just take 2 points of damage. And it's gonna be 4 rounds of Prosto. This in a bomb site has been a problem for them. For ESPADA.
Yeah, it's because they're trying to play on retake, and to be blunt, they're not very good at retaking it. It's like they've just lost the site a few times, and then when it comes to the retake, they have not been successful in getting it back in. The pistol round, they played on retake, that looked good. But other than that, they came close and still ended up losing it. But yeah, the retake's not really working here in the B-bomb side. I think maybe they'll try and change that up a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised. They still have money coming into this, so not out of the woods just yet, Prosto. But this is the perfect chance for them just to keep chipping away a few extra rounds.
Similar setup and a much better reply. This time Prosto, they were ready for that. They were so ready for that. And now Sotfik. Oh, another save? This could be another save here. Very early on. Great reaction from Prosto. They got to read right this time. And look at it. Look at where World Edit is. He's ready for this, but he just shoots right in between. And Sotfik and Patsy, they find themselves a free frag. Dima's still sticking around here. He wants to kind of try this. He's making a bit of noise. Information conveyed by World Edit. Dima finds one, but Yekender with a quick trade. Sotfik finds Dima 6. There's a bit of economic damage being dealt out, but doesn't really matter for Prosto. Just winning round number 5 is massive for them. 5 rounds on the T side of train, that is definitely something to work with.
Yeah, that's good from Prosto. I mean, they haven't really been able to get that consistent success going with the roll rounds into the other, but yeah, this is definitely still a decent enough half from Prosto. We can always expect ESPADA to do damage on the CT side of Trim, but 8 rounds, it's not enough yet. You definitely have to get a few more added to that collection to be feeling comfortable. And realistically, probably want to win the last 2 rounds here if they want to be feeling that extra bit more comfortable. We'll see if Prosto can get this over the line, though. Have another buy coming in. It's going to be World Edit on the op, AKs in play for the rest. And we'll see if ESPADA can get this done, because this will be their last full buy. If they lose, of course.
Of course, that's almost a caveat. They have left Finnegan by his lonesome this time around. Not really expecting that in a play, but I like the fact that Prosto is still going to be heading towards the brown halls. 4 members slowly inching up. And it's interesting how World Edit with the op is the kind of like the passive lurk, you know? He's the one who's kind of like falling back, holding towards Ivy, maybe towards team mid. Aggression from the CTs. Nice flash from World Edit, but it blinds player, but they don't show anything, and that's gonna be ESPADA now having second thoughts about it. They have two players now. They mix up the setup though. Have a play towards upper. It's Finnegan. He's gonna be spotted out, but he still gets the kill. There's the upper. That is Dexter, who finds no one. Now Finnegan's presence here could be a problem, but Nickelback's pushing pretty deep. And look at Diva just pushing in the flames. Sotvik's gonna get the kill as Finnegan finally drops, and Nickelback strikes again.
Well, bomb planted. Nickelback with so much space eventually will fall to Patsy, who only has 3 deaths in the entire half. Make it 4 with that nade coming through in the connector.
Okay. A
little bit unfortunate for Patsy. Kindar's going to be holding on for another, and this is looking good for Prosto. Flashbang goes in the face. Dexter trying to make the 1v2 happen, but he's stopped by World Edit. It's 6, and what was once looking perfect from ESPADA has now started to crumble, and Prosto have got themselves right back into this half. They'll be happy enough with 6 rounds. That's plenty from the T side of Trim, but now they have a prime opportunity to get a 7th.
It's kind of crazy if you look at if you just look at the scoreline when it comes to the in the fragging department. You have Patsy 15-4. 12, 10, and 10 on Dima, Sotvik, and Dexter. And then you have on the other side for Prosto, Yekinder's the only one in double digits and 13 frags, and everyone else in 7, 8, 5, and 5. Yet there's 6 rounds in train with 1 remaining to be played. Which just goes to show that sometimes it's not just about, you know, the kill feed or the scoreboard. Dima 6 gonna open up the bomb side. Patsy has a lot of work to do. Does a bit of damage. It doesn't quite land a shot. Dexter misses a sitter. World Edit finally waking up. He's been having a pretty rough half so far, but a good couple of kills.
2 MP9s versus 4. This is not looking so good.
This could work.
From the behind, this is going to be the big flank from Dima. He's going to spot 2. Dima lining them both up, pulls it back into 2v2, finally put an end to by Waylander, but now it's all on Finnegan. 5 and 9 in the half so far, looking for the 1v2 with the MP9. He's got himself up on top of the bomb. They have to come to him. He can just hide inside of the site. And Prosto, they're sweating a little bit here. They know they could lose this. As Finnegan stands inside of the bomb site itself, just not giving anything up, not poking around the corner, not giving away his position, letting them come towards him, and Waylander's low. There's the kill on the MP9, swinging into the open, spots Nickelback as well. He knows where the last remaining player is, but the MP9 at range, surely... Oh, he switches out to the M4. Now this is looking good for Finnegan. 35 seconds, ball on the floor, and there it is. A 2v4 recovery that one started with 2 MP9s. A 9-6 half for ESPADA. 3 rounds separate the two teams. We'll see if Prosto can get the pistol under their belt and get off to a good start as we move into the second half. 9-6 at the half. ESPADA lead the way coming in from the CT side, but Prosto, their turn on the defense. We'll see what they have up their sleeve.
Late resurgence, especially from Prosto, really making things very, very interesting. Bear in mind, Dinka, it was, I think, 8-3 for ESPADA at one point, and then a string of 3 rounds, definitely giving Prosto some buffer to work with. -6, definitely a scoreline, I would say, with...
That's a nice start.
That was disgusting, yeah. Ouch. Ouch, that just hurts. Finnegan is going to be fuming. But you really can't be angry at shots like that. Yekender, who's been having a hell of a first half. 14 frags, the only player inside to have double digits. Continuing his reign of terror, which will finally be put to an end by Dima. As Dexter finds one, the double P250 is doing quite a bit of damage early on here, Dinko.
It's a good wombo combo. We use a lot of people love it in their matchmaking games, so while the pros showed up here with it as well. World at it with a headshot, Dima God. Dexter coming back in with a P250 again. It's Nickelback and Waylander looking for the 2v3. As Waylander tries to emerge from Ivy, he will get a chance on towards Dexter, but the P250 continues to light them up. ESPADA looking so strong. That's a 4K from Dexter. Double figures in place for ESPADA. Yeah, surviving on a slither of health. But that is a huge round from him.
That is massive. That is massive indeed. Considering that for a moment there, I felt like Prosto had the round in the bag. There was such a good opening few kills going their way, but a good reply indeed, especially Dima with a P250 picked up of his fallen comrade, taking out Yekender, who was looking nigh unstoppable. Force buy coming in for Prosto though, the scout in hands of World Edit. He's got a little bit of Kevlar to back himself up alongside the scout, and quite a aggressive stance being taken by Prosto here towards Team Mid. It's going to be Dexter opening it up. That's a scout taken out. He gets a tag, though. He gets a tag. And we might see the AK-47 being dropped to either Finnegan or Patsy, who are currently wielding
I love that.
The Mac-10s.
I love that double peek that comes in, actually. To offset the crosshair of the waiting player with the Deagle. Actually gives both players alive and then neutralize it. But look at this flank from Waylander coming on the backside. They're not going to be aware of this front pop dog. The kills keep coming through, but it's his chance to strike. There we go. 1, nearly 2 from the position. Yekindar overrun, though. And the round is won by ESPADA. In the end, pretty convincingly. They only lose to 2 players. Definitely could have lost a few more, but 11-6 on the board. ESPADA now getting off to a brilliant start on their T side. They're going to have the prime opportunity to grab 12, and then they're only 4 away from winning on Trin, and that's kind of scary if you're Prosto.
Oh yeah, that's very scary. This is your map pick, you know, and you've got the 6 rounds, but here's the thing, it's CD side Train, and I've lost count, Dink. I've lost count, and this goes across various iterations of Counter-Strike, not just CSGO, where teams are up 14 rounds on the T side, and then the CD just mount the comeback, right? This is one of those maps just really does give you space to mount the comebacks, especially when you're on the CD side in the second half. So I'm still not too worried for Prosto. You just need to survive these. You just need to like get done with these eco rounds and then start to like grind it back on their buy rounds. And I do believe I really like some of the adaptations they had, because I really enjoyed ESPADA CD side. But Prosto late in the first half, they had some very good adaptations. The way they were countering the B bomb set up from ESPADA. Some very textbook stuff, which I personally am a big fan of. So I'm sure they do have the CD side setups ready to go with, except right now, just a lack of weaponry and utility being a problem, which shouldn't be much of an issue as we go into the buy rounds. For now, though, it's going to be an empty bomb site that ESPADA is going to find themselves in, and this should be round number 12 here.
Something I love, I actually attested to ESPADA is the fact that they are good against defense. You know, they're good against the anti-ecos. They generally don't lose them. And while there goes Finnegan up the top of the ladder, catching Demasik. A little bit risky, but it pays off for him. Now 4v3. Looking so solid here for ESPADA, just holding off the rest of the unarmored opponents. Taking around number 12 onto the board. But it's almost good to see that we haven't seen a whole lot of these forced buy wins coming off, or even full ecos to the extent. And because that is definitely something I was getting a little tired of here in the CIS region. It happened a little too often for my liking.
I agree with you. Apart from the one round, which I do believe it was Prosto lost, the third round, which lost the full USPs and the one Deagle. Apart from that, they have actually, both the teams have looked very, very solid. It's not been as, dare I say, ridiculous as some of the games we've witnessed so far, especially teams like Simon Gaming, Hard Legion, and Team Unique, getting eco time and time again, and also winning their force buys. It's not been the case here. This has actually played out like a normal, high-level game of Counter-Strike. And I, for one, Dinko, I'm very thankful. And I hope I don't jinx it, but this is looking very good. Both the teams looking very solid, indeed, except for the fact that it's ESPADA. They've really taken advantage of the fact that they won that... They won the pistol round, and now the buy is going to be coming in. Now is a real test for Prosto. They still have the 6 rounds as buffer, but ESPADA is slowly closing the gap between their scoreline and the magic figure of 16. 4 more rounds is all they need, and that's very, very doable, even on the T side of train.
Well, Dima is going to be the front man, entering from Ivy. Does take a little bit of a tick there, gives away his position most likely. Kindor on the other end of that. Maybe aware and holding towards Ivy, but he's kind of paranoid. Eventually he'll move into the corner. Now running the corner, it's going to be Yakindar with the first kill. Trig comes in though from Dexter. 4v4, Ivy control is taken by ESPADA, but Prosto still holding on. Demasik in towards Sandwich. This is a good position for him. Keep an eye on, but he's paranoid about multiple different angles at this point. Have lost that Ivy control, so that somewhat puts him under more pressure. And now with 35 seconds left, ESPADA is trying to congregate together over towards the A-bomb site, looking to try and finish their attack here. And while Demasik is going to be the first pillar of support for the defense, it's going to be the first kill. Finnegan gone. Now the push coming through from ESPADA, the man down, but Nickelback inside the site. He's going to find the bomb, and there it is, the collateral from World Edit, stopping it from happening. It's all onto Dexter. A 1v4, and he's going to be caught as well. That's a brilliant round from World Edit, and a 7th round in play for Prosto.
That is brilliant from World Edit. 3 kills for him. Nice hold. I like the aggression late into that round, and also I felt like ESPADA kind of took too much of time. They didn't really give themselves much of breathing room once it came down to like a few seconds remaining. 30 seconds, they had to go for the play, and the CTs were ready. So 12-7. After finally getting the first round on board, and a very important round indeed. They keep quite a few players alive as well. That's going to be definitely healthy for the money. Still not quite out of the economic risk region. I don't really have a good word for it, but basically it's like you win your first buy round, but the money's still not that great because you got to keep reinvesting into the utility. And that is a massive opening for Dima. For a moment, it looked very scary indeed, but Demasik does reply back, and now Waylander holding on as the T's comes charging out. World Edit is there. Waylander and World Edit, they've been playing together for such a long time, and Waylander finds one. Now it's a 3v2. Molotov deployed. Going to delay the bomb plant for a few seconds, but Finnegan picks it up. Now Demasik pushing up here is going to make life quite tricky for Dexter, but he still lands a shot. Now it's a 2v2. Flank coming in all the way from behind from Yekinder, but he needs to hurry up quite a bit here.
World Edit on the back lines. We're trying to do his best, but look at Yakindar. This flank is huge. The headshot picked up. Dexter not ready for it. And now Finnegan. He's won clutches like this before. The end of the first half rings to mind. And well, it's a 1v1. Finnegan with the first. Now looking for just Yakindar. He knows he was on the flank. Does he know his position? Now he swings into the open, but it's Yakindar that wins the aim duel. The round will be won here by Prosto. Finnegan, another nice attempt in the 1v2, but I think the Galil spray just failed him there.
Force spy coming up from ESPADA here. They have to go for the force. Prosto's money can be broken. They lose 4 members now. They lost just to one player earlier. Yeah, look at this. Like, they have money right now. You look at it, but look at the buy coming in here. Wallet has to buy up the op. He has money for it. The rest of them have to purchase their M4s and their M4A1s or M4A4s or whatever, and all the utility as well. That means the money, look at that. Money is barren in the coffers for Prosto. Yekender is the guy with only any money to work with, and that is a reset potential for ESPADA if they go for the force here. Now, there are two schools of thought. They have the leads. They can be like, you know what, let's play it out. Let's go for the full eco and then like have enough money for the later rounds. That is the philosophy they've gone for here, but I really wouldn't have been too angry at them if they'd gone for the force buy here. They could potentially have kind of just like smacked the economy of Proster into the ground. But they're playing the percentage game here, Dinko, and I can't really fault them for it. They've gone for the eco this round, and it's fine. Even if they lose this round without getting any kill, it's okay. They'll still go for the full buy, but if they don't get any kills this round, that's going to help kind of establish Prosto's economy from the brink of getting broken, and that is the gamble that you have to take on the T side in Counter-Strike, basically.
Just over a minute. Well, Nickelback nearly grabbing first blood, but it's going to be Yekindar. Takes that luxury, spins back and finds another. Well, he's just been the gatekeeper of Ivy. Stopping the push coming through. Now it's Dexter and Finnegan trying to make it happen again. 2v5, 45 seconds in play. This is not looking brilliant for ESPADA, I have to say. It's going to be a tall task to even get a single kill here, especially with World Edit holding on there. It's going to be an easy pick. The bomb rolling out as well. Dex is just hoping for an overextension, an unnecessary play, perhaps. Swing, and there it is. The kill from Waylander coming through. Dex is going to hit the deck. Clean round from Rosto. 12-9 on the board. ESPADA 4 away from victory still, and finally the buy will be coming back in. And here on the C stream, we have got ESPADA versus Prosto, but over on the A stream, we see Simon Gaming taking on Navi. On the B stream, it's Hard Legion taking on Virtus Pro. And, well, things aren't looking great for Navi over on the A stream. Kind of getting toyed with Simon at the minute.
Of course it is going to happen that way. CIS Counter-Strike, where nothing really makes sense, and the favorites are the underdogs.
Mix of online CS, of course.
Of course, yeah. And Navi and online CS, that's been a meme for over a decade now. Boss play towards Zinner from ESPADA. This is a mix-up. This could actually work out. Patsy spots out Waylander, but them dropping down real quickly. I love the push coming in from Finnegan and Patsy. Waylander trying to be cheeky. Finds what he wants. World Edit pushed up, but Finnegan with a quick double get traded by Nickelback. But now it's all in Yekender, and he knows his round's done. This is done. He's still going for it. I'm not too sure why. And Dexter is going to show him why. Instant brain surgery with the Automat Kalashnikov. 13-9 now. I love that switcher from ESPADA. Just pure pace being set by the T side there towards Inner. And I'm not sure why Yekiner would want to go for that deal. It's a 1v3. Bomb's getting planted. Just get out of there. Save the gun. Your money's still not that great.
I think he was just trying to throw the nade on to the bomb site and try and run away at that point. But it's just so risky pulling the nade and spending so much time in the open. And obviously, we see what happens to him. Gets absolutely annihilated within the first few seconds. And well, now ESPADA 3 away from victory. Prosto coming right back into it with a buy, though. Limited utility for the CT side, and that is going to be an issue. But ESPADA realized they're not done yet. They need this next round as well. And while Demasek going through the smoke, Finnegan's going to catch him. And a man advantage picked up early for ESPADA.
Oh, that's so... Why would he go for that? Why would Demasek just walk in there through the smoke? He wasn't at the bottom of the ladder. He had to be aware someone might be there. Was probably trying to catch someone off guard, but that's such a high-risk play. Yekiner's going to be spotted out. Dead giveaway for Dima, and one by one they fall. This is so terrible, Dinko. The money's going to be broken with this. Unless Waylander just pops off. Both of them are trapped. They know where both the CTs are. Waylander trapped. They're going to be planting the bomb towards Inner. And he's getting hunted down. He finds one. 22 HP. Just one more bullet. One sliver of health remaining. And it's going to be gone. And the money's broken for Prosto. ESPADA now just like one round away from map point. And look at the money. They've just completely smacked it into the ground, have ESPADA. Oh, this is rough for Prosto, Dinko. Their map pick. It is their map pick.
That's the most terrifying thing, right? That is the map pick of Prosto. This is not looking good at all. And this is not a buy that is going to give you a lot of confidence moving forward if you're a Prosto fan. They are going to play for overtime. They're going to have to play for overtime already. And this is scary. Zeus going up the top of the ladder. Demasek, catches it. Of course he does. Finnegan just getting absolutely wrecked. And, well, at least a little bit of something going in the way of Prosto. They don't get the weapon from it, but, well, this could be the kill. Yekindar holding the angle, but Dexter there with a headshot. And now they're pushing forward. Good flashbang. Demasek dealt with by Saltvik's flash. Dexter doing everything. There we go.
Lovely,
That's what you love to see. A 4K. Now another Zeus. Is it on the cards? Oh, no, it's not. Patsy gets rid of him. 15-9. Prosto. A little flash in the pan from Demasek, but the round is picked up for ESPADA. And now they just need one more to take us to a second map.
Man, like, Dexter, Patsy, Dima have had a sick game so far. 23 apiece for Dexter and Dima. 20 kills for Patsy. Saltvik and Finnegan. I mean, they've had the moments, they've had the rounds as well. It's just been a hell of a showing. And for the side of Prosto, Yekindar was insane on the T side. He's the only reason, in my opinion, that they got so many rounds. But then the rest of them kind of slacking off a little bit, I feel like. Not really having that many great moments. Wool did have a few rounds here and there. But this is it, Dinko. Like I said, 6 rounds in a row. It is doable. Train CD side, it can work out, but ESPADA looking so spotless at the moment. Nickelback just walking in dry. This is always worrisome. But this could work out, Dinko. They've opted to go for the gamble stack to what's in it. 3 players ready and waiting.
They've nothing to lose, right? They haven't got any utility, so going for the aggression is really what's left for them. It's the only real option. And now they've got to get these kills when the push comes in towards the B-bomb site. ESPADA know they've conceded a lot of control here. They know they're going to have to go with it. Well, the utility is at the ready. Patsy, top of the ramp with Finnegan in behind him. Double setup in towards upper, but there's a good hold here from the CT side. 3 players on the P-bomb site. A really solid read. Well, if ESPADA are to commit in towards this lower bomb site, they're going to have a real difficult challenge on their hands. Waiting, biding their time. Not committing just yet. 45 seconds now at this point.
Falling back.
This is working well for them. Comes down to the final few seconds. Nickelback, he might just win this battle against Dima. This is going to be such an important duel. If Nickelback goes down here, then they're starting to look really weak on the CT side, and well, he wins the battle. Headshot picked up, Dima gone. Man advantage to play for Prosto.
They're in a very important spot. He lines them up. That's it. Round's done. Round's done. And the Prosto winning this one. Dexter trying his best to probably stay alive, but he's stuck in a very rough spot. The Hunt is in fact on.
I'd say do
they're pushing up behind
damage here as well. I think you just got to do some damage in the last few seconds there. Unlucky though. Dexter does fall, but look at the money on the CT side. It's lucky they keep 4 players alive there, Blake, because if not, then they're going to be looking at a really scrappy buy coming into this. So it was important they won that round. Obviously, they have to win every single round now in regulation, but it was also important that they won it with lots of players staying alive, because their money would have been back into the bin.
Indeed, and that's the scary part. It's not just about winning the remaining 5 rounds now, but it's also like you mentioned. I think you hit the nail right on the head there. It's also about winning it while keeping as many players alive as possible. If it comes down to like a 1v1 this round and Prosto still win it, that means the next round ESPADA's going to still have a lot of money while the CTs are going to be broke. And a half buy between the CTs and the Ts, I'm going to favor the Ts any time of the day. So here we have it. A little bit of tick from the flames. That could have been heard by Finnegan. I might be aware of that. So you're going to be inching back. ESPADA now setting up for this outer take. 2 players was from Pop, 3 from Ivy. A very, very standard default play. Yekindar going to be forced back by the Molotov. It's got backup close by though. Team is sick, ready and waiting. Nickelback as well, but Saltvik's going to win the opening duel. 1 kill, the way of ESPADA. They need 4 more now, Dinko.
Well, there's a kill from World, and it's going to pull it back into a 4v4. We are once again even on the server. Nickelback's position once again has a lot riding on it. Teammates kind of locked out of the situation. It's going to be Demasek hitting the deck. Nickelback under pressure, running in from behind him. It's Saltvik, and he's going to win that duel as well. It's all a World Edit now. Left in a 1v4. He needs all the kills to go his way. He's picked up 2 already. It has to be the ace clutch. Well, he's going to bring it into the 1v2. A real chance here for World Edit. He'll go forward, wanting to make it happen. Up above him, the AWP looking for the shot. So close, but Finnegan takes him down. 16-10. ESPADA walk away with Train. The map pick of Prosto. And now they're looking good for the 2-0.
Oh, this is surprising. I really thought this map would go the way of Prosto, looking at the win record so far, but ESPADA, they've come to play today, and I'm so very impressed. I am very impressed. The CD side would look so sick, despite losing like a few rounds or near the end of the first half. This T side was looking so very clean and phenomenal. Everyone stepping up as well. And if I'm Prosto right now, just gotta like, gather your thoughts, try and figure some way out of Dust 2, because looking at the way ESPADA are playing right now, on their map pick, on Dust 2, I'm gonna be fearing for Prosto.
It is looking pretty scary for Prosto. They did have some signs of life. I think Yukindar was certainly playing well. World Edit was starting to open up the afterburners in that last round, a few rounds prior. So hopefully Prosto can scrap themselves together and get it going on map number 2, which is exactly where we're heading after this short break. So make sure you stay with us.
To get by Nico. Die with the god! Go to hit this. On the ramp though. He knows he's there.
Son intelligence de jeu, même quand il avait 6-7 ans, c'était assez incroyable.
Donc au début, on était meilleur que lui.
Je pense qu'il a, c'est à partir de ses 14 ou 15 ans qu'il a commencé à être meilleur.
Au début, quand il perdait, c'était un très mauvais perdant. Hein.
Oui, je me souviens très bien qu'il cassait beaucoup de souris.
Everybody loves an underdog. Who needs to be liked?
Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Last year, we took 2 lucky winners on a trip to Berlin and gave them the experience of a lifetime. This year, we can take you for a trip to Rio. Take part in a series of GG.bet contests for a chance to win awesome prizes and a trip to Rio. See details on the website.
not a drill, hold nothing back. It's sure to kill in this leap of faith that you read me true. You stand alone, but I'll watch over you. The clock is ticking, the clock is ticking. A single second could mean everything. Time is running, the time is running out. Don't give up, don't give in. Don't let me down. Be the one to wipe their grin when they hear this sound. Don't give up, don't give in before they catch a glimpse. I know you'll find the strength within. This is your last chance. Now's your time to shine. Make it count. Honor our sacrifice. And now this is your last chance.
When you feel it's hopeless, when you think that you lost, oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust. Oh, here we go, 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 let us heal and grow. You won't be alone, we're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life, we're still breathing. Standing up, everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. We all have our reasons why we are on this track. Oh, we all have our burdens, yeah, but we just keep on fighting and we never look back. Here we go, 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 let us heal and grow. You won't be alone, we're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life, we're still breathing. Standing up, everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. Oh, I see the signs and I see we're there. And I feel the lies and I feel the sand. Forever hold, no matter if we're cast away. A fire in the dark, bench, waiting for the time to pass, dreaming of what happens next. I see what I wanna be, questioning my destiny, only knowing what I see. I don't even realize I've already made a path, and I can change it anytime, I can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. Then you better use it. Tell yourself day after day it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you wanted to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. Dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. 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 Yeah.
Welcome to ESL 1 Road to Rio. It's Prosto taking on ESPADA, map number 2 underway. My name's Dinko. I'm joined by Blaine. Well, Prosto struggling on map number 1. We find them here on Dust 2 with ESPADA down their throats. So we're trying to get it done in the pistol here. It's Dima starting things off well for ESPADA.
It is indeed. A lot of damage being inflicted onto Dexter though, but him staying alive is massive indeed for ESPADA. Interesting setup for Prosto. They have shown quite a number of players towards mid, and one player inside the B bomb side that is Waylander, and the A bomb side completely relinquished. If Patsy walks on up, it's gonna be massive. Great flashbang, Nickelback strikes one! Doesn't get more than that though. Trades going back and forth now. 4v3, the man advantage still for ESPADA. And now they know the A bomb side is completely empty, but they need to cross on over. C4 in the hands of the player towards long. Sofik making his way up. Waylander coming in from behind! Oh no! Oh no! That actually happened, Dinko. Oh no. I felt that. I felt that.
Yeah,
deep down inside.
Everyone's been in some weird situations like that before, and it's not a great feeling. And while you can dart alone, 1v3, trying to pull it off with the USP. Got the Kitness back, the Kevlar as well, and we'll see if ESPADA can hold him off. This shouldn't really have too many issues, but he's going to turn back and find Dima. Still the kit, remember, so he is still within his touchy distance, but it's going to be Patsy that gets rid of him. On the Glock, ESPADA will win the pistol and continue their success into the second map. And well, this is the map pick of ESPADA, so Pro's still allowed to choose the half they wish to start on, and they've decided to go for the CT side.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it hasn't really worked out. It is a map pick from ESPADA after a very, very convincing win on Train. They look so good on the map, which was picked by Prosto. And it has been a very topsy-turvy day so far for CIS Counter-Strike. Na'Vi getting completely dumpstered by Simon. 11-4, Edema, my word. 8 HP, but it still gets both the kills. And in the meantime, Virtus Pro, I think, are about to get taken up by Hard Legion. Dinko. No, actually, they just lost a Hard Legion 16-13. So, pretty topsy-turvy results so far. Still early, though. Just it's all best of threes, but these are very curious results we're seeing here. this game, very evenly matched, ESPADA and Prosto. But you're talking about Simon beating Na'Vi in map 1, VP losing to Hard Legion? That's surprising.
Yeah, I don't think I can go into any games and sort of look at the statistics and make a real guess about what's coming up, because I think we've quickly learned that it doesn't really matter online here in the CIS region. Anybody can beat anyone, anytime, you know, any place. You could be terrible for 4 days in a row and then come back in on the 5th day and show up and just destroy teams that you really shouldn't have a chance against. So it's so difficult to predict what's going to happen. ESPADA, what a showing this has been for them in the road to Rio. I think they've just looked solid. I think they're playing good CS. They've got a good system. They've got loads of individuals showing up. It's not like it's just one-man army, right? They have everybody kind of showing up, and it's a team effort across the board. I think Dima's doing a lot of work, a lot of heavy lifting so far on Dust 2. We've seen Patsy doing a lot of work on Train over there, but everyone was kind of hitting their shots over for ESPADA, and it seems like everything's just coming together for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like if you look at the rest of the teams playing in the CIS Road to Rio, you have the known names, right? You have Simon Gaming, you have Prosto, you have obviously the big dogs like Na'Vi and VP and whatnot. And then you have a team like ESPADA, who are comparative unknowns as an org name. Although, of course, you look at Dima, you look at Sotfik, these are known players. But Patsy, Dexter, and Finnegan are not exactly very known elements in the CIS region compared to many other teams here. But they just look so good as a unit, and I think they've been putting in a lot of work. And it's showing, Jinko. It's showing how well versed they are in the way they're approaching the maps they play on. They seem to have a very deep map pool, like you mentioned as well. The protocols are on point. The trade game is on point. And like you said, the individuals, everyone seems to have their moments. It's not just about one star carrying the entire lineup. So I've just been very impressed with these guys.
Yeah, this has been impressive. And while Dexter gonna clean up 2 rounds, 2 kills picked up for him in the round. ESPADA go 3-0 up. Prosto, they're gonna be investing what they can. It's gonna be the NWP for Yakindar. Finally, the buy coming in. It's gonna be tossed over to World Edit, and obviously World Edit was actually really showing up towards the end of trade, pulling off some nice shots. You can continue that and try and get off to a good start here in the gun rounds, and that's something that Prosto can certainly work with. Dexter, though, he was certainly showing up. He's got the AWP in his hands in this round as well.
Trying to time his shot in. Patsy.
Oh, no.
Oh, that was an iffy flashbang from the T's, and
that might just be the round done, really. Like they've already lost those 2 players over towards long. Now it's all Hail Mary play, right? They haven't done any damage, they haven't got any control, and so this is kind of scary. They haven't really got much at all.
Oh, well, they can still inflict a bit of damage, though, and I think that's the name of the game here. It's about trying to inflict a little bit of economic damage, which hasn't happened yet. But if Finnegan and Dexter can find a couple of kills, even if they lose a round, I think that they'll be pretty happy with that. You don't want Prosto to win this round flawlessly, not like lose any single member. Like I said, even if you lose a few rounds on the T side in a row, if you can keep the money honest for the CT side, you can easily just smash the economy into the ground and then string a few rounds together when they're forced to go for an eco. Well, for now, though, doesn't really look like Finnegan and Dexter are feeling very adventurous. It's going to be a very, pretty much a save hole coming out from them. And Prosto, there's no need. There's absolutely no need for them to aggress here. Gonna go for the just standard static hole everywhere, and not a single point of damage being taken by Prosto. So a good beginning to the map here. Despite losing the first map, which is their map pick. At least the buy round does go their way, and it's a very convincing buy round. They haven't lost a single player, haven't taken a single point of damage, and that should be really, really helpful for the money. But they should be still wary. Even if you save all the 5 guns here, you know, you keep all the 5 guns in your plate inco, and then you move into round number 5, you still won't have that much of money. You still need to kind of reinvest in the utility. Because if you look at the utility that the CTs have, most of them have expended half of what they have, and that means they're going to still have an average about $2,000 in their bank going into the next round. So, and if ESPADA win that, it could be another eco coming in, right? So Prosto, they can't really ease their foot off the gas pedal. They need to start winning a few rounds together here without losing many players.
I don't think ESPADA are going to be going for that quick long play again. I think we're going to see just a slow default coming for ESPADA, back to playing for picks. I think they tried to capitalize on the pace there, but it didn't really quite work for them. So Prosto, they've got the utility in their back pocket now. That's something they didn't have heaps of in the last round either. So Things looking good for them. ESPADA going to be sending 3 players early over towards the tunnels, but they'll be going 2 in towards lower. Aggression coming in from the CT side towards short. It's Wallbennett and Yakindar up here. They're going to be nade stacking it towards the lower tunnel, and while Saltfic takes the brunt of the damage, dropped to 41 HP.
That's good early aggression coming from Prosto. Like it. And you can see, the moment they toss in the 2 nades, I mean, that's their position given away, right? They immediately just give up short. And now they have the setup with their default positions. You have Wallbennett with the op towards towards the long area, and then you have Yekinder playing towards the... I do believe he's playing towards CD spawn at the moment, and 2 players towards B. So, a pretty default setup here. And now we have a slow, long take coming in. The pincer is coming in towards short as well. We have 2 players. Saltfic leading the charge. Molotov at his back, but he's going to walk on out using the edge of the smoke. As Demasik finds Patsy, but Demasik, though, he's positioned, compromised, wall edit strikes, bomb spotted out. He's looking for more, is wall edit. He will survive for now. Saltfic pushing in, trying to get the kill, but that op is being quite a problem indeed. He finds 2 kills, looking for more. The shot flank comes in from Finnegan, but now he's all alone in a 1v4.
Oh, well, Wallbennett turning around, getting the kill on towards Finnegan. And there's a 3k for Wallbennett. That's what you want to see. That's a big performance from Wallbennett. Again, continuing his form from the end of Train. He was definitely hitting some shots. Got himself up to 20 kills, I believe. So, definitely solid on ESPADA. This will be the last round where they get that buy-in. They'll be having some money problems in the next, if they are to lose this. Well, look at the CT's economy as well, because they've been winning these rounds rather convincingly. A lot of the players have already built up quite a bit of residual cash.
Indeed they are. Oh my lord. He can't even go back. He's stopped now. Demasic's gonna strike at Patsy. He wants to make his escape. And this is just bombardment towards that long area. That's a no-go, Dinko. That's basically Prosta saying this part of the map is not yours. Don't even come here anymore. As Nickelback spots Dexter's head right over the edge of the smoke. And 1 by 1 they fall. And I agree with you. I think this long area is pretty much a no-go now for ESPADA. It just looks like Prosta have the right idea every single time.
Well, this isn't the start that ESPADA would have been looking for, and they even got off to a brilliant start, so they've kind of just crumbled now since Prosto got the guns out, and I think that's mainly because of the strength of Prosto, though. They look good, winning these initial aim battles, and now gathering the last 3 players over towards B. It's going to be a decent hold here. Prosto, it's going to be Nickelback and Waylander trying to hold on, but Dima's going to catch Nickelback. Now Waylander just needing to stay alive in the back of the side. They're going to overrun him, and that's Saltfic with an easy kill. Waylander gone. Now a 3v3. It has to be a retake here for Prosto. We always talk about how difficult it is to get back into that B bomb site. So this is looking good for ESPADA. Suddenly they've flipped it on its head. Waylander and Nickelback not really doing a whole lot in towards that B bomb site. And now they can just hold on. Get into the corner. It's good crossfire established. Issue is a couple of these players are low HP now on ESPADA. Particularly Patsy, who's on 13. Prosto just taking their time, making their way back in. It's going to be an easy kill for Dimasik. Patsy missing his opportunity to get a kill up towards the window, and that might just cost him. He'll get 1 kill, but Saltfic's position known. Overrunning, it's a 1v1, but Yakindar wins it. And it's Prosto that walk away with a 3rd round. So close, though. And ESPADA, they let that one slip.
That was so close. Demasik getting that kill was massive on the player towards platform. The back of B plat, getting the frag, making it 2v3, valiant effort in the end to hold on to the bomb. In fact, that round was gone. That round was done, if you ask me. The bomb getting planted, I think, is a huge win for ESPADA, considering they somehow managed to get the B bomb site without losing anyone. But now, you have attack time getting called by ESPADA. They have slowly given away the lead. They had a 3-0 start now. Scores tied up at Prosto, looking very, very solid indeed. The buy has come in as well, and they have some extra money in the bank. So it's starting to build up a semblance of an economy. Yakinder looking good on 5k. The rest of his teammates an average of $3,000, and Demasik on 1,900. For ESPADA, I do believe it's just going to be a very light purchase. A few deagles coming out, maybe a little bit of utility, try and get the bomb down again, and maybe inflict a little bit of economic damage. But I don't really see a buy coming out here. And that's something we didn't see from them on Train as well. Even despite having a lead earlier on, and when they knew the process money was not looking great, and they would have been very forgiven for going for a forced buy, they didn't go for it. They're a team who just like going for the full buy rounds, not really, you know, hinging on trying to go for these cheeky, weird, mixed force buys. And I personally, I'm a fan of that. I like that. I like the fact that they're really committing to force buys and, you know, for full buys and going for full ecos rather than going for half buys. And that's exactly what we're going to see here. Deagles all around, couple of players with upgraded Kevlar, and a few bits of utility.
Oh, well, Nickelback. Actually, now Dima. Let's give it drop to 23 HP though as he falls away. Would have been a great kill to find if you were ESPADA, but unfortunately, doesn't really go their way. Now they start to gather up in towards Catwalk. They have congregated with all 4 remaining players for ESPADA. Gonna be walking up in towards the A site. Good holding the ramp so far. Got Yakindar over there. You have to remember how much work he was doing on trade. He was certainly a great shiny light for them, and he'll be standing here on the A ramp looking to try and pick them off as they run forward. It's World Edit. Sitting back on long, a second quick shot right through the head of Finnegan. And now it's Patsy and Dexter looking to do their best work on the Deagles. Finally, the AWPer brought down. It's Patsy with a Deagle kill as well. And now suddenly, this is falling apart. 3 kills out of nowhere. And it's Waylander finally getting the kill back in. But a 1v1. Patsy with a Deagle again. Striking right through. And now with 25 seconds left, he's going to get that bomb planted. Now Waylander, he's been so quiet. 1 kill before this round began. Manages to pick up another in this round, but needs the clutch to go his way. Patsy now with a picked up M4, sitting back on the ramp. Waylander coming around the corner. It's all down to timing. Does Patsy around the corner? He does, and Waylander finds the headshot. Round saved by him, but my god, that was way, way too close.
How did that even... How did it turn that around? I just looked away for a second and looked back. They're like 4 Deagle kills back to back. ESPADA making that extremely expensive for Prosto, and I mentioned at the beginning, Dinko, that they're gonna be going for this light pistol buy and a little bit of utility, and for them they're just looking for the plan and maybe a couple of kills. They get the plan and they take away 4 guns from the side of Prosto. Look at the money. Despite winning 4 in a row, their money is still not looking great. That's a great round from ESPADA. I don't even know how they pulled that back.
Out of nowhere, just Deagles coming through, and now they've got rifles. They've got a lot of confidence probably coming off the back of that. Even though they don't win the round, it's still huge for them to find those kills. And now Finnegan cutting right through Yakindar. Man advantage picked up early on for ESPADA. They've got short control. They've got everything they could possibly want at the moment. And probably still not the beginning into round number 8 they were looking for. Well, then it might just try and pull this back though. He hit some nutty shots off towards A long in the last round. Saltvic though waiting for the overextension from the AWPer, but they're not seeing each other just yet. And World Edit thinks better of moving through. There's the shot, but it doesn't land. Saltvic with the kill. And now World Edit, he's caught in the open, dropped, and the A bomb site is completely under wraps. The bomb is still in T-spawn though, so there is still a few seconds in play here before we see any action really come through. But like you said, the round is looking relatively done. I think we're not going to be seeing Nickelback and Demasik pull off a 2v5 here.
Interesting how the bomb's running up towards short though. Well, he does have backup. I would rather him go towards long where they know for a fact that no one probably is there. But doesn't really matter. Round is indeed done. Dinko, you have, of course, a Dima lurking around. If he gets another kill here, this could be a call for a save. Or maybe a very light buy here for the CTs. Look at the cash, right? Waylander, World Edit, they can buy for themselves. Yeah, they can buy up. The 3 dead players have some money in the bank. Demasik has to save that M4. And Nickelback can, of course, purchase for himself as well. So not too terrible. But yeah, if they lose the next round, their money's gone. Money's in the bin once more. Great round for coming out from ESPADA. Keep all 5 alive. It's going to be a huge round. I'm not a big fan of what World Edit did there. I get what he's trying to do, trying to be aggressive. But even if it got that first kill, I think trade would have happened immediately. And it's not a very ideal position to go for these duels when you have the AWP and you have no idea how many players are there towards short. So, Saltvic is just left quick there. He could get the kill in Demasik, but he's just going to hold the angle. Oh! In the last very second, of course. I can kind of smell a very, very close game here, Dinko. This is going to be very back and forth.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a dust too that it's going to be very fun to watch. And while Dexter going to be holding on towards A long, looking for this early pick, but they get around the corner. He might not like what is coming his way. Smoke comes up in his face, flashbang in, and now under pressure. It's going to be Patsy running right through. It's almost suicide. He manages 1 kill, though, and Wilded it trades back. But that's a nutty play. It's not one that you'll see often, and for good reason. But Patsy somehow makes it work.
He was completely blind. I saw him just dabbing there, the dabbing animation coming out. But he still gets the kill. Of course. 4v4. Usually in a map like Dust 2 is a 4v4, you would kind of put the odds in the favor of the T side because of how rotations can be quite a pain in the behind. Creeping up slowly. Yakinder announcing his position. The Molotov's going to be quite painful. Still holding the line. Nice little spray burst fire there. He finds 2. Wilded, it's kind of blind, but caught out. And now Yakinder, just the one man holding onto this A bomb site. He's hiding at the edge of the smoke, but unaware that Finnegan's pushing quite deep. 3v2 to a 2v2. Dexter with the AWP. Here's the CTs pushing up to a CT spawn. I think he hears both of them, and that's information just gleaned by the Ts. Finnegan being pretty aggressive. This is unnecessary from him. Flashbang doesn't work out. I think that was a team flash. And Waylander left alone. Finnegan's going to make quick work with him. Triple kill for the man. 5-4 for ESPADA, Dinko. And a money for Prosto. Not looking good.
WP for Dexter, 4 AKs in play over on Prosto. There's a scout in the hands of Yakindot. The P250s across the board, and that's a nice shot. Dexter taking down Yakindot. He'll be looking for a little bit more up here in towards spawn, but he's going to stick around. Be careful that they don't fall again here. Well, that it's minus 96. A little bit scary to stick around, so he's going to come off the angle as well. A little bit of a CT excursion through the lower tunnels, and while team is ready for it.
Oh, no. Oh, not a big fan of Dexter pushing up there. He's the one with the AWP. You don't want to give that up.
Especially since there's 2 players close by here. He might just be overrun. If you bait the shot out, swing comes in from team mistake, there's no way Dexter's getting both of those. So, a little bit of a high-risk position, but just going to leave him there to lock down that area. Bomb can be recovered by Saltvic. Nick's going to be running over towards the A bomb site. I've got D-Mistake all the way back in spawn. Waylander over at the B-bomb site. This is going to be the save call of the AK. But the round will be won by ESPADA as they go 6-4 up. Take a look at the economy. Again, it's going to be enough for a buy across the board. But when they invest everything into this round, Blood, it's a do or die time. They need to win this next round. Otherwise, they're going to be right back to that eco again. And we're just going to continue to see ESPADA pick round after round. And we've seen them build momentum on train. We know it's possible for them just to run away with the game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And man, I mean, look, we've been casting the CIS Road to Rio since day one, right? Since it started out. And let's be honest, like most of the times we've been like, what are they doing? What's Heart Legion doing? What's Unique doing? What's every team doing? ESPADA, I'll be honest, apart from a few rounds here and there, I've been very impressed with them. And today, I think it just shows how very good they are. They just look so prepared. They look so composed in the way they're approaching both the maps. They have the protocols in order, the way they're working, it's great. Everyone's having, a say in how the way they're approaching the round, the frags are going their way. It's just looking like a solid unit. And it's not something we could have said for many of the CIS teams. And look at some of the results we're seeing right now. I mean, Na'Vi looking a little rough around the edges. They did lose a Virtus Pro, and right now they're losing to Simon Gaming. I mean, CIS Counter-Strike just looked so all over the place. But ESPADA have been, in my eyes, they've been kind of like the solid rock. They've been kind of like the semblance of sanity in the madness that is CIS CS. And don't get me wrong, I love CIS Counter-Strike. It's just a wild thing to witness. But at times it does kind of get to me, Dinko. It makes me a little sad.
Smoke up on towards Catwalk. Gonna be Yakindot trying to edge around the corner. Saltfake ready to come through, but he's taking damage on board. Dropped to 12 HP. So he's gonna run away. That's not really what Saltfake was hoping for on that little push up towards short. So now ESPADA. Health deficit really. They're gonna smoke off CT spawn under a minute left. This is a good push from Yekindar. Oh, nearly gets his reward, but doesn't get anything from it. Good Molotov, but it doesn't matter. Patsy, balls of steel right through the Molotov, taking a kill, and he stays alive to tell the tale. That is huge from Patsy. World Edit doesn't have the big green gun here, Blast, so it's on to the M4A1S, repositioning, holding back on the ramp. Another push is coming in towards him.
A lot of work to do, like I said. He does a bit of damage. Look at how low 3 the players are, Dinko. 6 and 12 on Patsy and Sotvik. Finnegan 56. There's a couple of bullets, that's all they need. Molotov, though, it's going to keep World Edit at bay for the time being. He's going to go for the boost. He's going to go for the fight. Not able to quite land a bullet. He needs to do something. He's done the damage, but they're not getting the kills, Dinko. Look at how low they are.
Oh, God, World Edit.
One kill, no.
I see how he's an AWPer. I see why he is an AWPer, Deepla. That is...
That is rough. Blocked.
That is, no one gets a single kill from Prosto in that round.
How?
That is unbelievable and absolutely horrible as well. Look at the money on the T side, and then conversely, look at the CT side cash. This is not looking good at all for Prosto. ESPADA in the driver's seat, Dust 2, no signs of stopping. And well, they've got a full buy coming in here. AWP for Dex, still looking for that early pick in towards middle, but luckily at least something goes Prosto's way.
Kind of like, you know, the Greek economy a few years back against the South Korean economy. It's just completely opposite ends of the spectrum. And yeah, this is just ESPADA not having to eco for the remainder of the half. You know how good that is for your mentality? You don't have to worry about losing guns. You don't have to worry about going for risky plays. You can just keep playing with balls out. Just go for it. Go for whatever you want to do. This is a huge mental boost. And this round should be in the bag. The way ESPADA have been playing the anti-ecos is so solid indeed. Dima, though, gets punished for that. He only spots one player out, though. That could be a problem. They are not much aware of what's happening. Sotvik. Oh, look at that. Immediate trade. Immediate trade. He gets tagged on. It's like, give me the off. Boom. Off dropped over to him. And teammate pushing in. Nickelback, though. He finds 1 and 2. That is sick from Nickelback. Brilliant stuff, looking for more. Patsy finally puts him to his grave. It's all in Patsy, though. He just finds one more if it gets taken down. God. And somehow, I don't know how, Prosto, they bring it back.
Well, Nickelback, really, that's just doing everything on the P250. They should have overrun him. It was looking like he wasn't going to get a single kill, then walks away with 2. That is huge. And, well, unfortunately, for ESPADA, that was a prime opportunity for them just to continue this battering and go ahead and win the half already. But, unfortunately, for them, Prosto come back in with a bye. And this is going to be the AWP. It's going to be Dexter looking for the shot. It's not too far off landing these. Hasn't really got lucky just yet. Now Yekindar, player who got a 3K in the last round, trying to get aggressive. He's going to be caught and neutralized early on. That's a bit ballsy there from Yekindar, and maybe even verging on stupidity.
Well, this time around, ESPADA do manage to win the Battle of Long. That does work out. But again, it's coming down to these individual heroics. Previously, it was of course the that Nickelback with the lovely tap at the P250, his last bullet, I do believe it was. This is only the second time. Well, okay then.
That's quick from Dexter. I thought for sure World Edit was picking up a kill there, but Dexter coming in with a huge pick. And now it's a great double coming in from Nickelback and Dimasek. Waylander as well. What is this? What is going on? ESPADA have just crumbled. What a brilliant round they set themselves up for. Now they have to fight back. It's Dexter with a kill on the Dimasek. Nickelback in CT and Patsy takes him down. It's all onto Waylander coming back in from long. He needs the clutch. They're not looking this way. Although he whiffs the shots and Dexter takes him down. Hit 5, ESPADA. A round that looked so solid for them at the start. It did come down to the final few but they managed to make it happen.
Waylander, oh man, that's gotta suck. He had that, Dinko.
He should have had it, but unfortunately, he just starts tapping the body.
Well, for Prosto, they at least do have the, auto sniper comes out.
Oh god. Oh god. Hey!
Oh, there we go. Yekindar with the AWP. The boost comes in.
That's why I hate the T-side auto sniper. If he has a Scar 20 there, he gets that kill. 100%.
Well, don't really want to give that to the T-side, especially in Dust 2. That would make things quite miserable indeed. But ESPADA Losing mana early on. It's still a very, very iffy buy here for the CTs, bear in mind. They got M4 and Waylander. No one with any Kevlar. Some people might... Ooh, that's a cheeky peek coming out from Sotfik there. Now he knows where one of the ops are placed towards. So 2 ops, the MP9, M4, and the FAMAS.
I don't know if I'm a huge fan of that auto sniper play at the start of the round. I think it's fine if you're up like 11-1 or something, but 8-5 is a pretty important time here. And they've just lost 2 early picks. Pro still be getting right back into things if they win this round. 8-6 on the board. It's not like you won your last round convincingly. It's not like you're running over the top of them. I don't know. Not a big fan of that, but nonetheless, it happened, and now World Edit's under pressure.
I do kind of agree, but at the same time, it's... Oh, yeah, Kinder, though. He's aware. He's very aware. And now it's all on Patsy.
What?
And he burns... Ooh, okay, that looked a little scary for Demastic. But he gets a kill. Retrieves an AK-47. A good round for Prosto, considering they did have just MP9s and a FAMAS there, along with the 2 double ops. And now the AK-47s will be retrieved. And a pretty respectable scoreline for Prosto. Pretty similar to what they had on Train. They had 6 rounds on their T side. And they would, of course, be looking to one-up that and probably get to 7. That would be great. For ESPADA, they have pretty much ensured they're going to be getting, you know, they're going to be going to the second half with the 1-round lead at the very least. And, of course, like we touched upon earlier, Dinko, they have all the money in the world. So they're going to be going for a very, very comfortable buy here.
Double op setup resuming here on Prosto. It really worked for them well in the last round. Molotov. Just a couple of variations of the way that you can clear that corner with that Molotov now. So you can throw it off that wall, and you can also just throw it up into the air. There's a little pixel it can drop off, but another good start from World Edit. He's been really showing up in these last 2 rounds alongside Kindar on the ops. This is looking like a 7th unless ESPADA can get something done here on the big bomb side. Waylander gets 1 kill. Nearly takes a 2nd with him, but it's Nickelback under pressure with AWP looking to try and line them up. There's the shot on the op. Taking down Finnegan. Looking for more. And there we go. That's the nade you're looking for. It's all on Dexter. 1v4. AWP in hand.
Yeah, this is not happening. It's going to be 7 rounds for Prosto. A pretty decent fight back considering how rough it looked for them earlier on, but they managed to win 3 of the last 4. So fight back from Prosto. They do have some fight left in the good old body here, and we're going to be finding out who's going to be winning the map here. Is it going to go to map number 3? We're going to find out in a very few minutes.
Yeah, just after the short break, ladies and gentlemen, we'll continue with the second half. ESPADA lead by 1, but Prosto building the momentum. We'll see if they can take it back all the way in half number 2 after the break.
My heart into something gold. Knew I sold my soul to the devil long ago. I rode it all along on your wave right before it broke. Time was thrown down the well, so I let you go. I fed up when you fell down, but we stayed in flight. I'm laughing to myself, cause I know that I can't deny. I can't find what you can't hide right inside my mind. What I do, what I do, what I do right now. What I do, what I do, what I do right now. For you, for you.
It's as close as you can get it here in the second half. It's ESPADA leading by 1. Prosto coming into this with momentum building towards the end of the first half. It's time to shine for Prosto. Currently a map down in the series, but here on Dust 2, they start their fight.
Here to start the fight, and a pretty good late resurgence. Nice flashbang. Dexter getting pushed back, but he will survive for now. He's got teammate nearby. Great flashbang, but not able to find anything. World Edit gets the kill. And that's a beautiful chunky nade though. Swordfic finds World Edit, and look at the damage being dealt on the Akinder and Dima sick. Swordfic, few more bullets being rattled away, hoping to find something in the smoke. But they're going to fade away now. Relinquishing short control. Finnegan hears a player drop down towards mid. Bomb heading towards lower tunnels while the two players are still sticking towards short. They could be trying to sell a fake here. They have the smoke in the hands of Dimisik. They could try and sell a fake towards short and then head towards the B bomb side. When it's just one player holding, it's going to be Dima with the USP.
Look at Saltfig.
Flank though, Dinko.
Saltfig coming in from behind. This is going to be pretty huge if he can make it happen, but Yukindar, somewhat aware of the possibilities. He's going to be holding down short. He's the man tasked with making sure they don't get their backstab. But look at this. He's not looking the right way. Saltfig takes him down. And there we go. Yukindar out of the round already. And now Dima looking to hold on as the push comes in from Prosto in towards the side itself. It's Waylander with a headshot. And now they continue to run in towards the B-bomb site. Finnegan with one great kill. Dimasik is going to fall. Waylander as well. The headshots just keep running in for the CT side. And it's Saltfig that has done everything in this round. 4 kills picked up. And a big flank coming in. 9-7 on the board. ESPADA, they needed the pistol, and well, they've got it.
That's such a huge one from Saltfig. Starts off with a nade, then the long flank. That is ballsy as hell, but I love what ESPADA did there. They knew they just couldn't sit back and relax because it was a 4v4. Retake would have been really rough indeed. He pushes in from top mid. He gets a kill towards the player towards short, and then of course beautiful 2 kills in the end to finish it off. ESPADA, they've won both the pistol rounds. They look good so far. This is their map pick. Already a map up. Can they get the win here? This would be massive for them. Of course, for the T's, they've gone for the... What is this by? Nickelback dropped a Galil by Dimasik. And the rest of them on a full eco. Okay. Look, I've seen a lot of weird buys in my time, Dinka, but this one is it's kind of a head scratcher.
The weirdest buys I've seen are the ones in Japan where they decide to just not buy anything in the pistol rounds ever. That's definitely one of the most strange economy ways of working it. Well, it's going to be Prosto trying to get something done with this one. Hero Galil, not exactly the most orthodox of buys, but it's not really working too well here. All the kills continue to come in. It's now the Hero in the form of Nickelback that looks to try and get things done. At least he's got a kill with it. At least it's worth the purchase enough for 1 kill, but we'll see if he can get a little bit more done. 44 seconds. It's time to define a meta. And well, it's not going to work for us. Saltfig gets rid of him. 10-7. ESPADA. Double figures reached. Strange economy here for the T side.
I really hope that never, ever becomes a meta. That was stupid. I'll say it right. That was stupid. Why would it go for that? What are the odds of that happening? It's just a very low odds play. Look at the money. Look, I mean, the other 3 players have all the money to work with, but the fact that Nickelback bought up armor means he had only $3,700, which means we're going to be seeing the buy very quickly here. There we go. So we can see for Dimasik, he just has a Galil with Kevlar, and for Nickelback, AK-47 Kevlar and helmet. Look at the utility. It's nothing. There's nothing to work with. 2 Molotovs, 2 smokes, 3 flashbangs. That's nothing. Especially against a full buy for the CT side. That's just an unnecessary buy coming in from Prosto. I feel like it was kind of a misbuy, and I don't know what Finnegan's thinking there. Sotvik's close by though, and he's been winning almost everything. Waylander trying to be cheeky, but Sotvik ready and waiting. Gets the kill, and ensures that his team does have the man advantage.
Well, Nick coming back around the pack of World Edit, but man advantage sided with the ESPADA still. Just over a minute in play. Double push coming in through a long. Could be Patsy and Sotvik making their way over here. And Demasik is holding if they get over aggressive, and I don't think that's going to be the case here, but Sotvik has done this quite a few times now actually, so yeah, he's going to be walking around the corner. Oh, Patsy's arm's been spotted as well, and instead of committing to it, he decides to fall back, and this is starting to cause problems. ESPADA know that they've got a big issue now on towards that A bomb site. That's that push, a little bit unnecessary coming through and towards A long, and because Pro still get the info that they have got two players pushing through A long, they know there's a weakness on the A site, so they go for that attack straight up short, and while ESPADA on the back foot and round. They're going to try and do their best. It's going to be Dima finding the headshot, looking for a little bit more. World Edit looking to pull off the clutch, but it's Patsy that saves the day. The FAMAS going in for a headshot. 11 rounds on the board for ESPADA, but my god, that was way too close for them. They had put themselves in the prime position. The round was looking great for them, and then a little bit of a crazy information play out long. Nearly crumbles the round.
I think that's one thing where that's a one chink in the armor for ESPADA, I feel. I love it when they go for information plays, and it's very measured information plays when they're at a man disadvantage, or it's a 4v4, for example, especially mid-round. But sometimes they go for the plays when it's not necessary. Why? Why do you have to go for the information play, right? But then again, in that 2v1 at the very end, 2v2 rather, the spacing, the trade game, on point. The second it was a 2v1 and the T gets he gets the kill, you can see the instant trade coming in, and that's one thing I've really enjoyed watching about ESPADA. There's Dexter with the op, boosted up. He's a flashbang, and he spots Wayland. A nice little flick, doesn't do too much of damage. Wayland 79 HP is going to be okay with it. Fast play towards long, though. This could catch out Patsy, but he doesn't care. Sotvik and Patsy just holding the line.
Easy kills being picked up. Sotvik coming in with another one. This is crumbling for the T side. Nickelback trying to do his best with the AK. He has managed one kill on towards Patsy, but the rest starting to struggle now. Sotvik in this position is going to be stopped by Nickelback. And he is not stopping at all. Dima in towards CT. 3v2 an advantage in the form of the CT side. But Nickelback will fall eventually. He's done so much in the round already, but World Edit, that is clean. The headshot picked up. He'll be turning his attentions back over towards short. Finnegan on the smoke. He's going to be pushing through, and World Edit's got that as well. Real chance for him now as he goes back in towards Gandalf. He can pull this off. Just one more to collect. It's Dexter swinging. World Edit taking damage. Dropped to 7 HP, but he has the angle. But Dexter will take him down. It's 12-7. Another 1v1 fight. This time going in favor of ESPADA. 12-7. Bomb plant, kills picked up, Pro still with the money in the bank, and while ESPADA, they're starting to look a little weak on that money front. Good damage being done there.
I'm going to blame Patsy for that round, because it was, I do believe it was a 2v5. I do believe it was 2v5. Sophie got a couple of kills towards short, then Patsy got the one frag from elevator, and then he pushed into the smoke for no reason. It was a 2v5. There's no need to push. You have the round. Just play safe. Let the T's walk in. He pushed out. He gets taken down. What happens after that? Now your teammate in A bomb site, he's isolated. He gets taken down. And then in the end, it comes into 1v1. Small little mistakes. Small little flaws in the approach from ESPADA. I hope, like, if they fix that, if they fix these individual tendencies to overextend, I do really believe there could be a really dangerous team to contend with. And now, though, the fast play towards B, it is all on Dima. Alone on the bomb site, but then Sotvik comes in, and a bomb's dropped.
Yeah, that's the big issue.
This is weird.
Yeah, they got the bomb in their control right now. Sotvik's rotated over to try and help. He will lose the battle, but Dima is doing everything. Another kill picked up for him. He'll peek down in towards the tunnels. He does spot Dima sick. Dexter caught off by World Edit. The patient play inside of middle. So now it really is all onto Dima. He has 33 HP. The bomb is inside of that B bomb site. He wants to get the 1v1 fight, so repositions, goes to the aggressive angle on towards Demasik, and I like the approach, but that's a little bit unfortunate. Not taking that kill, still 2 players to collect. Now they can play together. World Edit coming out through the doors. It's going to be the op spotting the angle, and the kill is picked up. Pro still in the round, and ESPADA, that was looking good for them. They had the bomb inside of the site, but every player just kind of falling.
That's a very important round for them to win. Look at the money. Look at the money for ESPADA. They're completely broke right now. It's going to be full spy coming out. Which, it could work. I mean...
It could. I mean, we haven't really
Prosto's
seen
broke.
these two teams lose too many force buys. The one time I do recall is on train when Prosto lost against the Pistols and the Deagle.
The full pistol, yeah.
So that is kind of the only time I recall. But yeah, I like the decision from ESPADA. They know the money's not going to be well built up from Prosto, so if they do win this one, the reward is very, very, very huge. But in this round, it's not looking too likely, I will have to say, but we'll see if they can make it happen.
One thing I know about these ESPADA guys are the Deagles are pretty sick. But then again, Ekander having a hell of a game, ably supported by the rest of his teammates this time. It's a different picture than what we witnessed on train. Hopefully it does continue. I'll pick Flashbang out, just trying to bait out some reaction from the T's, and that's going to be the Molotov being tossed in by Demasik. A lot of utility still available for the T's. They're taking this very, very patiently. Waylander spots on a plate with short. He turns around and two of them go for the long spray. And it just finds one. Galil picked up, and that's the call for the T's to push in towards long. And it's all on Sophic, all alone. Patsy's pushing up, though. All three CTs pushing up towards A bomb. So they're going for the fight. A nice flashbang. Sophic, though, in the smoke, not able to find any vision. And unfortunately, he gets taken down, leaving one player on the A bomb site now. It's all in Dexter with the Deagle.
Thorn, he'll try his best, and Demasik will get rid of Dexter. Finnegan, the last remaining player. Doesn't really work out for them. Managed the one pick. I know they can back away, getting it done. It's going to be 12-9, Prosto. This is the comeback trail. First few steps have been started. ESPADA, if you're just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, ESPADA currently one map up in the series after winning train, the map pick of Prosto. We find ourselves here on Dust 2, the classic CIS matchup. And while we'll see if ESPADA can close it in 2, they have put themselves in a good position to do so, but Prosto have been fighting back.
Not quite done yet. Map number 3, if required, I do believe it's going to be Mirage, which should be a banger if it does go down to it, but obviously if you're a spotter, you don't want that to happen. You already have the lead here. It is your map pick. You've already won on train, which is Prosto's stomping grounds. One closes one out. However, the fact that they went for the full investment in previous round, Dinko, means it's going to be full league over ESPADA. That means should be 10 rounds for Prosto as long as they don't completely crap the bed. Pop in the hands of Wall Edit, AK-47s, a lot of utility as well. From Finnegan, he's the man with the gun. The man with the golden gun. Galil, a couple of flashbangs and a Kevlar. And I like the way that they're working around it. He's not left alone to his own devices. He has Dexter right next to him. He's been boosted up as well, and Nickelback spots out Finnegan. Now he's got the flash. Oh, he's gonna go for the repick. This is cheeky. This could actually work on out here. Nickelback, though, solidly pushed out. Soft pick. Whoa! Nickelback. Beautiful stuff. He jumps as well. And now he's got his teammate Yakiner is going to be pushing in. Timing is great. He gets dinked down, though, and that's going to help Dexter to pick up the gun. Can he get a kill, though, is a question. He is somehow staying alive. Glock comes down. World Edit not really looking to take the fight. And now it's all in Dexter as Finnegan's going to fall in. You know exactly where he is. And there's not much you can do anymore.
Well, it's going to be Demasik taking down Dexter. Round picked up Prosto. Double figures on the board, 12-10. This is starting to look a little bit scary now for ESPADA. They've got to win this round. They're coming into it, they don't have everything they could possibly want. They don't have any kits. They don't have much utility. They have enough, but there's no Molotov. Not a single incendiary grenade purchased here for the CT side. And no one with helmets. Doesn't really matter a whole lot. Could be up against the open, the AKs, but I think it's just a telltale sign as to how limited the cash really is here on the CT side. But it's do or die time, and if they are to win this round, they actually want to keep as many players alive as possible as well. So, Prosto in the driver's seat at the moment, I would say, in terms of an economic situation, plus the momentum is certainly shifted this way.
Oh, absolutely. You can definitely look at the money for Prosto, and you can see 7,000, 6,400 for Nickelback and Wool Edit, respectively, and average about like $4,000 to the remaining 3 players. That's massive, and that means that even if you lose a couple of rounds, there's no danger of getting or being forced to go for an eco. That's massive indeed. I like the aggression from the CTs. This is good. Waylander though ready and holding for Dima. Beautiful kill. And with that, Gonna do anything. He's gonna make a play for this. He's slowly walking up towards tunnel, still holding the line. But we have a long flank coming in from Slotstick. He's all the way towards T-spawn. Now if Patsy can delay this push thing, though, this could be quite rough indeed for the T's. Flank coming in there. No one's marking him. No one's spotting towards him. He can walk on out. This could be perfect for him. Too many places spot towards him, but a spray, but a quick trade from Nickelback.
Well, Patsy has a lot of work to do, and he will not get a single kill. Overrun, and that's job done. I think Finnegan and Dexter have no real option, I think, here, other than saving their weapons. So, spotted in towards lower tunnel. Waylander's going to get one, but he does get traded. But Finnegan now the last remaining player with the AK. Round done. 12-11. Money in the bin again for the CT side. Prosto going to be evening things up here on Dust 2, most likely.
It's going to be 4 in a row, and that force buy for ESPADA really coming back to bite them in the butt.
Yeah, I mean, there was a big risk to it, and also a high reward, but unfortunately...
I can't really blame them, right? I don't think we really blame them for it. We saw them in train. I did call out, I think it was on their the T side, where I was like, you know what, they could potentially go for a force buy. They didn't go for it. They went for the full buy and managed to close it out. And this time around, they went for the gamble play. And I can forgive them for that because they still had a 12-8 lead. These are the rounds where, you know, when you have a lead of like 4 to 5 rounds, that's when you're given the opportunity to go for a certain high-risk plays, as Nickelback denies the save for Finnegan. And that's going to be 12-11. Proster grinding back, Dinko. They need just one more round to tie things up. And this could be the round because the money, as we spoke about for ESPADA, it's definitely in the bin.
Well, tactical timeout coming in. ESPADA desperately need to change things. And in this round, they're not going to have too much to change things at all. So maybe a couple of P250s in play, maybe something along those lines, a Deagle here and there, but we don't want to see any armament, we don't want to see any utility coming through. Very much focused on this next round coming up after this. So likely looking at 12-12. ESPADA, this is the defining moments. We really get to see whether or not they are going to be a solid force for the future in the CIS region. If they can have the mental fortitude to come back, even when they're, you know, they've been up, they've had such a strong lead. If they can show the mental fortitude to go through a rough patch here and then come back and still close it out, that's when we really see if this team is impressive.
Oh yeah, 100% agree with you. I think they have had a pretty topsy-turvy ride. Hold on, Patsy finds Nickelback. We've seen what this guy can do with the Desert Eagle, so also should be very, very wary of them. Oh, this could be deadly indeed, but Waylander survives. 5-7 close range doesn't really work out for Dima. Despite the opening kill going the way of ESPADA, it seems like normal services will resume. Proster replying back real quickly here, and I say that, and Finnegan just dispatches a Waylander. This is interesting, and it's pushing all the way towards T-spawn as well, but well edit. Beautiful pick on a Dexter. And Kinder has no idea where the CT is. Probably assuming they made their way towards the B bomb site. Whatever. I mean, he asked me towards B or towards T-spawn. And I think World is wary of that. He's going to be running towards short. The bomb's going to get planted. But Finnegan, if you make some haste here, you could make things a little bit icky. A little bit worrisome for Proster. But looks like he's just going to save the AK. And really can't blame him for it.
Well, Finnegan going to walk his way out towards long. He's going to catch the head of Dimasek. Now a small chance. Very, very small chance, albeit. Gigan's going to burn the car out. There's no one there behind it. And now he can move up through long. The bomb is planted, though. That's just not going to be easy. It's also just not realistic they'll win this with no kit. But looks like he's still going for it. He's just throwing all the attention towards the site, trying to bait them into the open, but it's just not going to happen. The time is taking too far gone, and there's the headshot. USP to the brain. 12-12. I love the attempt from ESPADA. Good damage done, but in the end, doesn't really work out for them. Now it's all onto this round. The important turnaround time for them, it's going to be the double op setup on the CT side. Dexter has been impressive throughout the series. Finnegan on the AWP as well. 3M4A4 is in play. And while Prosto is do or die time for them now. Map down in the series. Great chance to take the lead here on Dust 2 and get themselves right back into the series overall.
Yeah, it's going to be a grind back for ESPADA. I mean, the money for Prost is so good, I don't think they're going to be in any danger of having to eco or go for a forced buy for the remainder of this the second half here. They can easily just keep buying time and time again. And look at the pace being set here. Fast play, flashback from Slotstick coming out, and Dima is going to be caught out. The Slotstick finds two! before he gets taken down. That is massive. And now the 3v2, well leaded with the C4, trapped towards upper tunnels. He's got backup arriving in the form of Nickelback. But they got one to find the B bomb. That it's going to be on Finnegan. He gets tagged out, but he stays alive. That's all he needs to do. 20 HP. He's trying his best to stay alive. Molotov tossed in, but his smoke's going to be his savior. Flashbang being tossed out as well. And now his teammates are coming in, and that's going to be Patsy from behind. It's all on World Edit. Him against the world at a 1v3. USP in hand. Finds Dexter. He knows where Finnegan is as well. Op comes out. Spots a jump. Maybe not. Looking for the flick. But Finnegan's gonna find him. And ESPADA, they win a crucial round, Dinko. But they still lose 3 players.
Well, ESPADA, tactical timeout coming through. They know they're not out of the woods just yet. Frosto have been on a tear in these last 2 rounds. So the money is brilliant on the side. So ESPADA have a lot to talk about, a lot of issues to try and resolve here. Well, double op setup, huge investment, everything on the line for ESPADA. Here they go, moving into the next one. It's Dexter with the AWP. Finnegan as well. Now ESPADA, if they win this round, they're really putting themselves in a prime position to take this over the line, to take the series. Frosto backs against the wall. Been a long comeback into this. Everything rides on the next 2 rounds. And we'll see if Frosto can make it happen. 8K's AWP in play. World Edit has been hitting some nutty shots. He's been really performing very well indeed. And they're going to have to try and keep that up.
They are 3 players up towards upper tunnels. Yeah, and World Edit waking up would be... Well, he has woken up for sure. 21 kills. Top fragging the server right now. He could manage to bring this one back. Even if he has to do it single-handedly. A player who is the... some might say the most tenured player in this lineup alongside Waylander. Definitely, at one point, is considered a star in the CIS region. Potential to be one of the best oppers in the world. But of course, he has really slowed down of late. Could be the resurgence for him and his lineup. For ESPADA, they gotta be probably thinking, remember the match between them and Simon Gaming where they won map 1 very convincingly, second map went to overtime with Simon 1, and then they managed to lose the final map. So that could be the back of their minds. That's the one loss they had to Simon Gaming earlier. The Road to Rio CIS region. Lotvic though, he has been a beast so far in this entire matchup. Mid to B play coming in. It's going to be B pincer. 2 players on the B bomb site. And Sotvic, what does he do here? Does he push on out? Smoke's going to block his vision. Got a gap though. Oh, this is brutal. Yekener walks up. That's a free kill. He doesn't have to do anything. Demon's team is going to get the kill. And here comes the play. Finnegan. He needs to do more than just miss a shot there. He's going to miss everything. Wayland's going to get the kill. And Nickelback through the door. Finds another one. Sotvic, long spray, but Waylander saves his teammate. 4v2, that's a call for the save, Dinko. B bombs at compromise, 9 seconds remaining, but they're going to get the bomb down. And it's going to be round number 13 for Prosto. They tie things up again.
Do or die time now for Prosto, and they survive it. ESPADA struggling once more on the economic side of things moving into this next round. It's paramount that they save this M4 and the AWP into the next. So Prosto, not done yet. Really fighting hard. Not only 3 away from victory. Dust 2 is always going to be a battle between CIS teams who are evenly matched, in terms of skill and in terms of experience. This is definitely ESPADA. Oh no, that's huge. Really good damage down from Patsy there towards T-Spawn. Waylander and both Nickelback hitting the deck, and Patsy surviving into the next round with an 8K as well. That is huge from Patsy. That damage is really, really important that he gets that through.
Yeah, but you also got to take a look at the money for Prosto, and you got to be like, yeah, they still have some money.
Yeah, but moving into this next round, but if the thing is, look at their reserve cash, it would have been huge for them on those 2 remaining players, right? But if ESPADA in this round, where it's going to be one of their last buys, if they win this, that's when Prosto's money starts to really trickle down.
It is indeed Dima, completely blinded. I like how we didn't go for the full commit. They're hugging each other, they're kissing each other, and somehow they stay alive, and Patsy comes out on top! Diva 6 though, and Dekinder with the vengeance comes charging out. This is complete, utter chaos, Dinko. Quick switch, I'm sorry, with the AWP. Patsy and 6 HP handed the responsibility, wielding the big green zoom banger. And now with the 4v4, what was that?
That was just nuts going in early on. Patsy, I don't know why Dimmer 6 just not shooting back at him. Or was it Patsy that wasn't? I can't figure out.
No one knows. No one knows what happened there.
Well, there we go. Anyway, kill comes in. World able to pick it up. Now we're into a 3v4 favoring Prosto. 55 seconds left in play. Patsy with AWP has a lot to do, and he's going to be in a very difficult position to do so. With a player coming in from lower tunnel. World Edit walking up through middle now with a backup as well. Just as well, Patsy got out of that position. Not too much health left on board, and that Molotov comes in, but Finnegan, great kill. Oh, this is well played. Oh, Patsy, that's beautiful. 2 big kills. A really good round from him overall. He was smart to reposition at the right time. That Molotov coming in would have killed him. And when he gets that double kill coming through at the right time for ESPADA, now they go 14-13 up.
That's just insane. Patsy in 6 HP, Tinker. 6 HP, and he gets his 2 final kills. And I love the spray from Finnegan towards mid. He knew they were present toward mid. He was just holding towards the edge of the smoke, gets a kill, distracts him for a bit, and just somehow bring it back. And you did mention this, and gotta give it props, right? They lost a few players earlier on. They lose this round, and now if you look at the money, they can go for the buy, but the money is not that evenly distributed at the moment. This is not looking very, very good at all for the T side, and that is something that if ESPADA get 15 rounds, Prosto won't have anything to work with. They're just going to have like some, I don't know, like $3,000 a piece on all the players, and that's never going to work out. I mean, it could still, but it's going to be very rough indeed. So to have grinded back into this game and to fall short of the finish line, that's got to be something that's tickling at the back of their minds right now. 3 AKs, Deagle, and the Galil. This is not looking good at all. I'm a little surprised Nickelback hasn't gone for the full investment, though. He could have afforded an AK-47 if he wanted to, but alright, let's see how this one plays out.
On utility. And it's going to be a walk up from Prosto. Getting multiple players in towards middle. Shots being rattled through. Prosto's side. Mid control is theirs to play with. Not much resistance coming in from ESPADA, even towards Catwalk. You see heavy long presence coming through. It's something they've elected to do quite a few times. It's always Patsy and Saltfic playing together up close towards A long. Dexter, the AWP playing towards that car area. Off towards long. With 44 seconds left, they'll bring Saltfic back on towards the A-bomb side itself. Brilliant nade. Look at the damage that has done to Yakindar.
Timing just pristine with that nade. They're just telegraphing where they're going to be coming from, Dinko. The 2 players ready and waiting. And that off in the hands of Dexter, that could be a problem.
He's flashed, he's neutralized for the moment. Saltfic's going to throw a flash up into the air. With it, the lineup is beautiful. 3 kills. Nickelback, Waylander, and Yakindar all gone. And that is perfect from Saltfic, nailing the final few nails into the coffin here across Prosto. And with 7 seconds left, Demasik off towards A long. It's all about staying alive now. If he lets the time run down to 0, he's going to peek into the open. He dies after time.
Why?
Why has he done that? He's probably going to die anyway with Dima coming from behind, though. But, that's...
He could have stayed alive in the pit, maybe. Just hug the corner, hold the line. Why would he peek? You got $1,600 now. What are you going to do? Deagle Kevlar, maybe? Oh. But, hold on. Pause there. Saltfic. What a play. What a play. Flashes himself out rather. 3 kills, picks up a 4th as well. What an absolute beast. What a hero for ESPADA. And now on map and match point and process money in the bin. And it took a grind from ESPADA to bring this one back. And for Prosto, man, they strung so many rounds together just at the brink of someone clinching this map, and it just might all be for naught.
Well, it's an unfortunate time here for Prosto. Everything lies on this next round. ESPADA, AWP for Dexter, M4s for the rest. Everything in play for Prosto. We'll see if ESPADA can get anything done here. If not, well, Prosto can get anything done here. If not, though, it should be ESPADA taking the win. If ESPADA mess this one up, they've got no money in the bind play. It's all onto this round.
I do agree. This is the round that determines who's going to win the map, or if it's going to go to overtime. ESPADA wins, well, it's a GG, it's obvious. If Prosto wins this, the money's broken for ESPADA. But it's going to require Herculean effort. Tech 9, a couple of Deagles, and Waylander has nothing. Deagle, Molotov, and Flashbang, and he's got no Kevlar, no helmet, nothing to work with. Hold on, the Wayland is actually pushed up here. And Dexter, oh no, why has he done that? Why has he done that? That's the 8 bombs at hole taken down. Wayland is going to find Dima as well. It's happening. It's actually happening, Dinko. They're all falling to pistols. And Patty and Finnegan's left. And Patsy dinked down at 17 HP. They're going to have to save the rifles. There's nothing they can do. The round's gone. Finnegan's going to fall. And it's all in Patsy. They have no money left in the bank. It's going to be overtime. It actually works out for Prosto. That is insane. How?
What has just happened to ESPADA's defense? They've been playing so well and then they just do nothing. What is that? Oh, that is mind-boggling. But we head into round number 30.
Complacency.
Yeah.
Complacency. That's the word we're looking for.
Well, no money for ESPADA. It's looking like overtime certainly on the cards here. 15-14. Oh, well, ESPADA, they won 1-4 spot a little bit earlier on. They've got to do it again. They have to try and show us what they're made of. 3 MP9s, 2 Deagles. Can they make it happen? Who knows, ladies and gentlemen. Chaos here in the CIS matchups. The CIS region continues to deliver. And now Prosto, AKs, Ops, everything they could want. Searching for overtime. And well, they need it.
How did that defense fall apart? You've just been singing ESPADA's praises and how the protocols are right, how the default is so good, and it just completely crapped the bed. Completely, like, the crap smeared all over the bed, Dinko. There's no recovering from that. And look at the money, there's nothing. Like you said, 3 MP9s. It's going to require a miracle. And Prosto, they're going in for the kill now. They're going in for the overtime. All 5 players are waiting towards long. Smoke's going to be deployed. The CTs, they have a couple of flash. Actually, they have a few flashbangs and a nade. That's it. That's it. They might have to go for a Hail Mary play here. Nade in the hands of Finnegan. Tosses it in. Oh, just a bit of damage. Flashbang is perfect, but Dexter, he recovers. The 1-2 comes in, looking for more. Great use of the flashbangs as Dexter is looking for more. The flashbangs are brilliant in ESPADA, but the flashbang in return from a tease are great, but they fall to the Deagles. It's all on Waylander in a 1v4. The feet comes in from Shotpick and Waylander. He can't hold the fort. Somehow they win the round and they win the match. What is this?
A huge
How have they
play.
done this?
I don't know what's just happened to those last 2 rounds play. It's really blowing our minds. And, well, you know, you've already had a turbulent day. You know, Tyloo being upset 2-0. Now we've got this craziness towards the end of that game.
Oh.
ESPADA do take it 16-14. Brilliant flashbangs, brilliant pistol plays, and they take the series 2-0.
I am utterly, completely speechless with those last 2 rounds. That made no sense. It just takes everything we know about Counter-Strike and just toss it out of the window. But in the end, ESPADA come out on top. They take the series 2-0. What a map that was, Dinko. I might need a drink after this. Holy Christ, that was something.
Well, it was certainly a strange affair coming in, but ESPADA take it 2-0. They continue their good form here at ESL 1 Road to Rio. This team are certainly impressing me every time that I get to see them here on the C stream. But that is it for us here on the C stream today. Another quick 1 game, but over on the A and the B stream, plenty of matchups still going ahead. So head over to ESL_CSGO and ESL_CSGO B for the rest of the matchups. We'll be back again tomorrow. 2 best of 3s on the C stream tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. Same time, same place. See you then.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
To be brilliant is to defy convention and challenge expectations. So Intel will bring the processing power for when it's time to go brilliant. Frame rates that keep up with your reflexes. Brilliant. Fast clock speeds for when you're on the clock. Brilliant. It's what we do at Intel, powering you to master your potential. Will you rise? Intel. Unleash your brilliance.
Last year, we took 2 lucky winners on a trip to Berlin and gave them the experience of a lifetime. This year, we can take you for a trip to Rio. Take part in a series of GG.bet contests for a chance to win awesome prizes and a trip to Rio. See details on the website.
It's been the road less traveled, all alone. Feeling my body leveled on my own. I can just feel it, no way to stop it. The sounds of the music so through my bones. I can just taste it, no need to fight it, 'cause I'm out here staying. It's last of my soul. 'Cause lightning and thunderstorms are never stopping me before. This night is never over, not until I leave the floor. So much passion, baby, I can never get enough. So don't you try and stop me, dance until the sun comes up. It's been a road less traveled, all alone. Feeling my body leveled on my own. I think I'm up in heaven, 'cause you were hell. I gave back my freedom, made me well. I can just
Look into your eyes, I see the colors of your soul, and I recognize every single line, every single roadblock. We are two hearts that beat in time, and the towers looking down all night, blocking out the sun that we need. Maybe we can change our stripes and colors. You're the only one I see. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. Sleep through the sunrise. Into my past and I count the numbers of the dreams that I left behind. I don't even care now that I've discovered a new kind of peace of mind. Up above us, looking down on us, there's an angel I know. We don't need to worry or discuss much. It's time for me to hit the road. I'll take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night, sleep through the sunrise. Take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. Sleep through the sunrise.
We're so far, but so far from close. It's so